We don't bow to lies. We stand for truth, faith, and family. This is Break the Machine! Whoever wore the patch, for every heart that still believes. We don't just talk about freedom, we live it! Break the machine, let the truth ignite. Raise your voice, it's time to fight the fight. Big Red One and Daywalker's light, shining faith and freedom through the night. This is Break the Machine, where patriots speak loud and truth never dies.
Good evening, America. Welcome back to another episode of Break the Machine podcast. Reddaywalker is running a little bit late, but our guest tonight is absolutely fantastic. She is a firebrand. If you guys are not following her on Instagram to watch her campaign, you are missing out. We have Athena Clarke with us tonight. You guys know that we've been doing the best we can. You guys know Brooklyn has a special place in my heart, having spent a portion of my life there. So I'm doing everything I can to see if we can save not only Brooklyn but New York City. You guys all know if you're in New York City, you guys all know what you got to do come election night. But just to give you guys a heads up, early elections starts tomorrow, so you can go out and start voting starting tomorrow, fam. All right, and it goes to November 2nd in New York City. So make sure you're out there doing the right thing, and you got to make sure that you're there for Athena Clarke, who I'm going to bring up here shortly. And she's running for District 46 in Brooklyn, which is, if you saw the thumbnail, that's the Canarsie Rockaway. It's the last stop on the L train. Taken that before, and she's Canarsie part of her district and whatnot, and I think part of Mills Basin and stuff. So she's got quite a bit of Brooklyn that's part of it. And I just want you guys all to hear why she's running. She's got a story to tell and why she is the candidate. She's running on the Republican ticket, and she's doing her thing. So without further ado, I am going to bring Athena in so that you all can meet her. Hi, Athena. Thank you so much for
Hi.
spending your time. I've been watching you. I know you've been grinding a lot this week. It's crunch time coming up these next 2 weeks, so I've been watching. So I really genuinely appreciate you taking some time to come hang with us. Introduce yourself to our viewers, and then let's hear your story because we're just gonna go right from the tilt, just rip it.
Okay. Well, thank you again for having me on. I really appreciate it. My name is Athena Clarke. I'm running for City Council in Brooklyn in District 46. So those neighborhoods are Canarsie, Mill Basin, Garrettson Beach, part of Sheepshead Bay, Marine Park.
Gotta go
It's a
through. Gotta
quite
go
yeah.
through it all.
I'm like I always do this because then we have like subsections. We have like Mill
I know.
Island and Bergen Beach, but for the most part, those are my neighborhoods. Southeast Brooklyn is where I'm located. So if we're going straight into the story, I am running, like you said, on the Republican ticket, and the backstory is I'm a teacher, or I am a teacher, but I was teaching for the New York City Department of Education. I was in my 7th year when the vaccine mandate happened, and I was tenured. And ultimately, when the mandate happened, I said no. And because I said no, I was placed on leave without pay with thousands of other workers. The mandate came down for the teachers and the nurses first. And so I went on leave without pay October 4th, 2021. And I have not been back to work for
Hmm.
the DOE since then. The following year, I was terminated of August 2022, and it's been a whirlwind experience going through this. When I became a teacher for the city, they tell you that when you get tenured, you're basically untouchable,
Correct.
and so it's like a
Well,
hall
that's the way it's
pass.
supposed to be. Well,
Right.
you're untouchable if you're not enemy number one.
Right. So you're supposed to be untouchable. And I mean, when I say untouchable, there are teachers who have done questionable things that have been proven and are still working. Or you get something called rubber rooms where you can't be with the kids, you're removed, but you're
Yep.
still getting paid, you're still on payroll. I didn't do anything wrong. All I said was that I don't want to take this injection. And I was removed. I was placed on leave without pay. I was not rubber roomed. I did not receive a salary. My last day of work was, I guess that would be like September 1st, something like that, because it was whatever that Friday was. Yeah, because September 30th. And then, it went off, or October, whatever the days were. It was 4 years ago. I think it was October 1st was the Friday, 2nd, 3rd was the weekend, and the 4th was the Monday where I did not go back to work. So, yeah.
Right.
And there was no due process for us. My contract ultimately meant nothing, and for someone like me who was um, in my 7th year, tenure for us, like for teachers years ago, they just walk into the door their 3rd year
Yep.
or 4th year, and they
And
just
they got
get
it.
tenure. For
Yep.
us, we had to do a binder and this whole thing. We had to like volunteer hours. It was a whole backbreaking process to get this tenure that didn't even apply to me because nothing happened with me having tenure meant absolutely nothing to New York and to New York State. I joined class action lawsuits. I had a case with 5 other tenure teachers with my attorney, and he only argued tenure law. It wasn't about whether or not the vaccines were safe. It wasn't
Right.
about religious exemption. It was just strictly under tenure law. We should have received our due process. I should have been rubber roomed, and then I should have gotten my due process. And if after all that they decided to fire me, then so be it. That was the only argument. Our case went all the way to the Court of Appeals, which is the highest court in New York State,
Right.
and we lost.
A lot of people don't know that. They think it's the Supreme Court of New York. It's not. It's the
I
appellate
thought it
court.
was too.
Yeah, it's the Court of Appeals. I
Yes, very
actually, I
backwards.
actually, I actually talked about it like on probably last year at some point. I was talking about how the Court of Appeals, because I forgot what I was talking about in New York at the time, and how the Court of Appeals is actually we were talking about Trump, and I was
Mhm.
talking about how he has to go to the Court of Appeals, and people saying, well, that's the appellate court. It's like that's not how it works in New
Mm-mm.
York. The
It's,
Supreme Court
it's
is where everything happens, and then after that, the highest court is actually the Court of Appeals. So
yes. And that's exactly what happened. And I remember the date. It was 9/11 of last year. We had that court. We took a bus trip to Albany. Um, I believe my lawyer did a phenomenal job. And I remember, one of the judges asked the city lawyer, he asked like, okay, could they argue? His argument was that it was a condition of employment, and the city can impose a condition of employment, especially in a state of emergency. And so the judge said, okay, so if you wanted to turn around and say that these teachers needed to get a PhD within 2 weeks to keep their job, could you do that? And the lawyer said yes. He like wiggled, like, he was uncomfortable answering the question, but
Right.
ultimately his answer was yes. Like he was like, yes, we could do that. Like we wouldn't do that, but we could do that.
Right.
And all the judges looked like they were giving each other like side eyes, like, what do you mean? And so I remember hearing that part of the argument and thinking to myself, yes, we got it. Like we're winning. And the ruling came very quick. I remember
Mm.
asking my attorney, like, I'm like, oh, how long, will this ruling take? And he said it can take anywhere from like 2 to 3 months. He goes,
Right.
they have a lot of cases. It came within a month because, like I said, the day that we went for the hearing was 9/11, and then the ruling came back before my daughter's birthday, and her birthday's 11/11. So it was very quick. It happened in October, and I remember I got the phone call. He said, "Hey, Athena, the ruling came back," and I was like, "Okay." And he said, "We didn't win," and I was just like, "You're joking, right?" And he
Yeah.
said, "I wouldn't joke about something like this, Athena." And I was just
I
like,
actually remember that in the news.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Okay." And he was on the phone and he's like, "I can't believe it," and I was like, "I can't believe it either." I'm actually surprised I didn't start crying on the phone with him. I guess I was just in shock. And he said, "It's not the end, though." And I was thinking, how is it not the end? Like, I'm like, you said this is it in terms of the case. Like, there's nothing else
Yeah.
we can do. And he was like, yeah, that's what I said for the case, but this is not the end. He goes, I have something else that I'm, thinking about. I'm going to get you ladies on a Zoom and we're going to talk about it. And I was just like, okay, sure, whatever the case may
Right.
be. I just didn't I thought maybe he was saying like he's going to find another case to like bring to court.
Right.
And then he gets us on the Zoom and he's like, look here. He said the judiciary system in New York is corrupt.
Right.
It is trash, and they are not going to help you. That's ultimately what he
Yeah.
said. He probably didn't say the word trash, but I'm saying trash.
Yeah.
And
He probably said it professionally.
well,
That is trash.
my lawyer's so yeah, so he's like, so the idea is that he's going to create this club called the DJT Club, and then from the club, he wants to run candidates for city council. He was like,
Right.
because city council, it's a legislative branch, and they can literally pull up a ruling and say that this judge ruled incorrectly,
Right.
and revisit the case. So that was the idea, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Which I thought it was really cool. I was like, oh my wow, that's amazing. But when he put that out there, I wasn't thinking I would be the person running for office. I figured I would be someone, on the sidelines, helping whoever decides that they want to run.
Yeah.
So some people might be familiar with Rachel Maniscalco. She runs a Do Not Comply page, and she was very active during the pandemic, one of the lead teachers like within this movement. And I thought she would be the person running for office.
Right.
And she was like, no, 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 I can't do that. Like I'm done. And my attorney was like, Athena, do you want to do it? And I was like, huh? And he was like, do you want to run? And I was with my husband when he asked, and I was just like, huh? I was like,
Still hadn't registered with you yet, right?
yeah. And I was like, let me get back to you. And so during that time, like I just registered Republican, like a few weeks before that at a dinner with everyone. So I was
Right.
Democrat up until this whole time.
And we'll
And
go back to that. I want
yes,
people to hear what made that change. But go ahead.
yeah. And so what my husband so like my husband was there, and I was like, I'll get back to you. So it was a short time frame as to me being able to jump into the race before petitioning started.
Right.
So I had to make up my mind within like a week or so. And it just so happened that I was looking for a job for something. I'm a special ed teacher, so I was
Hmm.
looking for a job to become a CA. And so with that, I'll be able to go into classrooms, work one on one with 4 year olds, and I'll be a traveling special education teacher. So I
Right.
interviewed for the job. They liked me. They hired me. They went and ran my fingerprints because, teaching in New York City or
Correct.
whatever, you have your fingerprints get ran.
Yep.
And so when they,
Actually, it doesn't even the way it works in a lot of jurisdictions is no matter what your job is in the Department of Education for whatever city or
right,
town, you got to get you're supposed to get your fingerprints and everything run for a background check.
right. So ran my fingerprints. I'm like, okay, but it was taking really long.
Hmm.
And I've been fingerprinted since I was 18 because I used to work for the YMCA. And so I've been in the system for years on years. So I know that it doesn't take that long for my prints to be
Right.
ran. So I was just like, my sister's also a teacher and she
But especially nowadays, they do everything digitally and
exactly
electronically anyway, so it comes back fast.
really fast, like 2 3 days tops, I get the
Yeah.
email saying, so I call my sister like, hey, I still didn't get, like, my fingerprints didn't come back from pets yet. That's the system that they use. And she was just like, do you want me to call someone and ask them? And I was like, no. And at this time I had already known, like, from a year or two ago, that teachers were getting problem codes and
Oh.
weren't being able to work. So
Ah.
in the back of my mind, it was already turning like, it's a problem code, it's a problem code, it's
Hmm.
a problem code.
You kind of knew what was up already right away.
Right. And so then I got an email from the agency like, hey, Athena, we ran your fingerprints. There's a problem code. You have to, get it removed in order to work. I was like, okay, thank you very much. And then I called my attorney and said, I'm running. And that's
Right.
how I
That
ended
was
up
the
running.
decision right there.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that you lifelong Democrat. I've
Hmm.
heard plenty of these stories. So like I'm familiar with your story, but like I want people to hear it. I will tell you that my family, we have never been on that plantation. We have a few people. We have a few people who have. Okay, in our family, we still love them and we still talk to them. It's not like we can't discuss things with one
Hmm.
another in our family. Unlike some families, you can't even talk to one another.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's an
Really sad.
unfortunate thing.
Hmm.
Me being a Gen Xer, I felt like we we got through a lot of stuff by like riffing with one another and then laughing at each other
Right.
afterwards and whatnot. But we've heard a lot of stories. Okay, and I definitely want people to hear your story. What made you make that change? Lifelong Democrat. I'm probably sure your family as well.
Yep. So it was everything that was happening with COVID. So my husband was independent
Hmm.
and he used to watch these YouTube videos, you know, videos on YouTube,
Hmm.
different people. And while we were dating, I used to like, I'm like, what are you watching? Like, what is this? And he was just like, just watching. I was like, what is this? What are you even watching? So he would fall asleep sometimes, and because he's a firefighter, so he'll fall asleep really quickly.
Oh, God
And so
bless him.
thank you. And so I would just sit up and still like watch it because it was like really interesting. And I was just like, huh. And just different things started clicking, and like the wheels in my head started turning, and I was like, oh, okay. Because for me,
Anybody in particular at that time?
he watches a lot of he watched Kim Iverson a lot,
Okay.
and I forgot what show she was on before she had her own show, but
Right.
he was there. He would watch like Woodworth and just different people and Days of Noah, like just different people. And so I would just sit there and I listen and I'm like, okay, I'll take it all in. And so like for me, I guess part of it is maybe because I am a teacher. I I'm not really a closed-minded person. Like I'm willing to
You
like
can't be.
listen.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
So
you're not supposed to be. We have plenty of teachers who are closed-minded, but I'm glad you're not.
that's yeah, so I have no problem like listening to like other people's opinions, even if I don't agree, because everyone deserves to be heard, you know? So I will listen. I'm like, okay, so like it wasn't really hard for me to start saying like, and start paying attention to things. And then my husband is also a very open-minded individual too. So he'll sit there and he'll listen. So we were able to like have discourse and like talk about things, and he'll break
Right.
down things that I wouldn't see in a certain way. And then it'll be like, oh yeah, that's true, you know? So it was like a slow change. And then when everything with COVID happened, with like the
Mm.
lockdowns and the you can't go outside and you have to wear a mask and the curfews, it was just a lot. And the you have to stay inside, but BLM could tear up the neighborhood and they don't have to
Yeah.
do it was just a lot. It was a lot. And so I kind of started changing, slowly but surely. And the first time I voted Republican was for Curtis Lewa, 4 years ago. We walked the bridge and he was saying like he's like, I'll rehire
You got people saying they
everybody.
wish you the best, Athena.
Oh,
You already
thank
got
you.
people in the chat. Liberty says, "Wish you the best, Athena."
Thank you. And so I voted for Sliwa, then I voted for Zeldin, and then I was just gonna stay, Democrat and just continue to vote
Right.
Republican. And because to me, like party lines, the people matter more. Even though right about now we see how things are, but in order to run for office, I needed to be Republican. So I went on
Right.
the Republican side because I could not run as a Dem for many reasons. But one, because I don't believe in their ideologies, and two, I wouldn't want to be transplanted into that machine. I want to be able to do the
Break
right
it.
thing. You know what I
Break
mean?
like this, like this says, break the machine.
Exactly.
Want to break it?
Exactly, exactly. I'm like, I can't be in the machine and break the it doesn't work. So I want when someone comes to me in my neighborhood and they say, "Hey, Athena, like this is going on." I don't want to have to be, oh, and quiet
Yeah.
about it. You know what I mean? I want to be able to stand up and know I'm not in anyone's back pocket and acting like I'm for the people, knowing that I can't even break the machine as a matter of speaking. So that's how I ended
Right.
up being Republican.
Well, I will tell you that we've seen a lot of that. The the left has been very, very deceptive for over 100 years.
Yeah.
Okay, if you've watched a lot of those shows, then you're probably gonna what I'm gonna say. I'm sure you probably heard 1,000 times already. They have been doing their thing since the late 19th century here in the United States.
Hmm.
They've infiltrated absolutely every institution in America, including our churches,
Yeah.
and which is like even scarier, all right? Because
Hmm.
one of their tenets is to absolutely destroy religion, destroy family, okay, and destroy education, which is something that has actually happened, and I've managed to see it in real time. I'm going to be 52 this year, okay? When I was in elementary school, we were being taught civics at the time. I don't know if it's still being done in New York City, but in New York City, I grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up in Sunset Park. Okay, I was there through all the way through junior high school. Okay, and I had civics at every level. All right,
Hmm.
every level, every grade, there was something that they were teaching us all the way through high school. When I left the city, we moved up to Rockland County. I was an A student in New York City, and I was at best a C student when I first started in Rockland County. And I understood at that point that wow, the education I got in New York wasn't what I thought it was. I had to
Hmm.
work like my ass off. Now I was a knucklehead too, all right, and being a knucklehead, I had a chip on my shoulder. My biological mom had just passed away when I was a freshman in high school. I had left her to go live with my dad, and so there was a whole bunch of other things going on there too. But it is something that is scary, and we're watching it play out like in real time right now. So, I have teachers in my teachers in my family too. My whole family, just so you know a little bit about me, is all military, police. We have a doctor, we have nurses, we have teachers, we have firemen, EMS. We're all about service in our family, and trying to give back in one form or fashion. So, when I heard your story being a teacher, it resonated with me because of my family. Me, I was an EMS for a little bit, volunteer. Served the nation for 12 years, including the tour in combat. So it resonated with me when I heard your story about the push with the jab and how they forced you out, because that's
Yeah.
exactly what they did, and they forced obviously thousands. I don't know where that goes from here. I hope it goes federally at some point and it becomes a class action suit, because the state of New York obviously failed you guys.
Definitely.
Um, but you running is just fantastic. But I'm sure through all, going back to what I was saying, I'm sure with everything you've watched on YouTube with your husband, what I'm saying is probably you probably heard it too.
Yep, I
Okay.
have.
And it probably opened up your eyes a little bit too. You're like, oh wow. All
Yeah.
right. And then it made you look at the Democratic side, the left, because they are the authoritarian left now at this point. They are
Hmm.
not the Democrat Party of old.
Nope.
Okay, they have been completely taken over by the progressive and socialist wing of their movement that has always been there, but has been behind the scenes for a very
Right.
long time. Now it's very overt
Out in the
as we
open.
see what's happening
Hmm.
in New York. Um, so I'm very glad to see you. if you want to use Star Wars as a reference on the light side, okay, to help bring some balance to New York City because Brooklyn needs you. All right, Brooklyn needs you.
Thank you.
Brooklyn definitely. It's not just your neighborhood. Brooklyn as a whole needs you. All right. We had Janine
Yeah.
Aquafreda on the show. We had Elijah Diaz. Brooklyn needs all of you guys, like desperately, um, because it's just a change needs to happen. And I'm hoping that the residents of New York City, come election day and throughout early voting, do the right thing
I
because
hope so.
the city needs you guys.
I really, truly hope so. And speaking to people, everyone is like, this is a mess. Like, we're scared. We don't know what's happening. And the crime is rising. And so, in for the most part, like most people are very receptive, even with me
Right.
being Republican. And a lot of people they hear like they're like, "What? You were fired? Oh, forget it." And because we're working class people, so they felt it. And a lot of people actually think we're back at work. So they were like,
Right.
"I thought you guys went back to work." And I'm
Nope.
like, no. I was like, we're not back at work. I was like, we are still out of work. And that was another reason why I ran besides the problem code. It was just like it's been 4 years and people already forgot or think we're back at work. I can't wait another 4 years to do this because then it'll be too much time in between. It
Would
won't
have
be,
elapsed. Yeah.
yeah, it like because it right now it's barely hanging on by a shoestring with the people who remember the most are the ones who are still out,
Right.
so it was kind of like a push, like it's now or never. And that's the thing, because everyone's already asking, like, oh, will you run again? Will you run again? And I'm like, my why and someone else's why are completely
Two
different.
different things. Yeah.
And, I was like, me running again, I was like, I never thought I would even be in this position. I was planning to teach my entire life, retire, raise my family, things like this. So me running is completely because I had so many people like Rachel and Michael Caine and, um, others who kind of paved that way and was fighting for us like in the thick of it. And I was like, okay, you know what? Now it's my turn to kind of stand up and do this for us. So my why is different from other people in the terms of running.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, you felt it directly, right? So like, usually when people have a call to arms, as I say, not like literally call to arms, okay, but it's usually because there's something has affected them and affected their orbit and everybody in their orbit, their families.
Mhm.
Like you getting pushed out of your job affects you directly with your family. You have a family, so like it's like, whoa, now what do I do? And it's the just not knowing what's going to happen next is like it could be a little bit unsettling at times.
Oh,
But I will tell
extremely.
you, I think you have absolutely weathered this storm. Like I said, I've been following you, and as you know, I repost your stuff all the time because just watching you, watch how you move, okay, and watching how you grind with people in the street. I see you all the time talking to people in the street, and that to me is a throwback to like the way it used to be. I can remember, like I said, I'm gonna be 52. All right, I could
By
remember.
the
Okay,
way, you look amazing. Like
thank you
when
very
you said it,
much.
my jaw, I'm like, what? God bless you.
District 46 is in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
It is like Canarsie, Mills Basin, and she could tell you better what part of District 46 is, but it's in Brooklyn, and we've had, like I said, we've had a couple of Brooklynites here.
Mhm.
We had some Brooklyn Kings and Queens hanging with us. That's always a good thing. Like I said, Brooklyn has a special place in my heart because I grew up a portion of my life in Sunset Park,
Mhm.
and it's funny. I went back to Sunset Park in like 2007, was building a job. You're in Western Buffalo. Wow, you're up there. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably gotten cold already. Western Buffalo, you're up by Canada for sure. Up on the lakes. Woof. Love the hey, just so you guys, I know you see a New York Giants cap on. I am a diehard Giants fan, but I do root for the for the Bills and the Bills Mafia. You guys are awesome. Um, so things that need to change in your district.
So, my district, one of the biggest things, so every neighborhood in my district has something different, right? It's like some
Right.
neighborhoods are doing better, and it depends on who you ask. Like some people you ask and you speak to them, and everything is great, and I love that for them. I'm happy everything is great for you, but others you can cross the street, speak to someone else, and their experience is completely different. So it
Correct.
depends on where you are in life. So right now there's something called lithium ion
Yes.
battery
Pay attention, America. This is important. What she's about to get into.
that's coming, and it's due to the way the mayor changed the zoning, and it's supposed to store energy
Was
and
this under De Blasio or Adams?
atoms.
Okay.
And he has a whole little sign on like the green backing to like for you
There's
to get
nothing
in with
green
it to look
about it.
construction. No,
Yeah, there's
I
nothing
don't
green
know why
about it.
he's so proud of this. But anyway, so this warehouse is supposed to store energy and convert energy. But with the lithium ion batteries, they're unstable. The energy is unstable. So even like the little motor scooters, my husband tells me like when even the little scooters, just the one little battery from the scooter, when that
Yep.
lights up, it's so hard to stop that fire. So this
Yeah.
is a whole warehouse full of these batteries in a residential neighborhood. There's literally businesses on either side. The homes are on the other side. There are some residents who can look in out their window and see the battery storehouse. And if it were to ignite on fire, like water cannot take it out. So it literally has to
Yep.
just keep on burning. It has to burn to the ground. And it
It's
can
gonna
take
burn itself
anywhere
up.
from, yeah, anywhere from
It,
3 to
it's
5
it's like
days.
it's like in the military we have what's called white phosphorus, and it just like
Mhm.
burns. Like you cannot. But actually, if you add water to it, it's gonna burn even
Make it
hotter.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna make it worse.
It has to be
So
like sand or something like that.
it is the thing just burns on forever. It just keeps going forever until it actually goes out. Pretty sure there's a way to put it out. I don't personally know, but I'm just telling you. I
Right.
understand what it is that you're talking about because I've seen white phosphorus in real time and
Hmm.
seen how it burns, and it just there's no stopping it.
Right. And so these are in residential neighborhoods. And sorry. It's in a residential neighborhood. And then you got to think about it burning to the ground. You got to think about what happens to the soil, what happens to the water if this was to happen. Your home is going to be gone. So all these little things that come into play, and it's basically coming to ruin the neighborhoods. And they have these going up in all the outer boroughs. There are none in Manhattan.
Hmm.
None are going in Manhattan.
Of
And
course not.
so, of course, exactly, right? And so that's something that the neighborhood has been fighting against because they're trying to bring another one not too far away from where the one that they're trying to put on Flatbush and Quentin. And it's crazy just to think about it, to think about the property value of people's homes because everyone is thinking about like if it was to ignite on fire, but let's just say when it gets built up, your property value automatically goes down as well.
Right.
And these is your house, like you spent your whole life trying to build your house and gain generational wealth for your kids and have something to pass on to them. And just like that, Mayor Adams signed off on something called the City of Yes that changes the zoning of residential areas. And so right now the push, even for our city council, which is very corrupt, but they sent out the mailer saying to check when you flip over your ballots when we go to vote to check no, basically, so that it doesn't go through. So
Hmm.
that's one major issue in the neighborhood. Crime is another issue. A lot of people are concerned with crime. The youth, they're just on the street. They need somewhere to go. A lot of funding has been cut to their programs. So, their community
And that
center,
actually goes back to De Blasio.
yeah. So he cut it, Adams cut it as well, because then they gave so much money to migrants and they were just cutting and slashing money left and right. And so
Billions.
billions, and people in my district can't get food stamps. But okay. So that's another issue, somewhere for the youth. A lot of there's a lot of like small businesses, and it's very. I was out there today in Canarsie, and it's actually very heartwarming to see like how the business owners really care about the kids though. Like they
Hmm.
really care about the kids of the neighborhood. Like they're like these kids, they need somewhere to go. Like I try to do this in my store, but I could only do but so much. The after school
Right.
programs in the school could only do. So it's actually really nice how much they do love the kids and they care about them and have relationships with them. And that sense of
Well,
community, you know.
well, think about it. A lot of these businesses, when there are actual sports programs in these neighborhoods, they sponsor them, right? Like
Yeah,
that's how they keep these things going, right? So when you have
exactly.
baseball, football, basketball, whatever it is, soccer, it doesn't even matter. Okay, these businesses, these small businesses are what help it go. Okay,
Hmm.
so that these kids have a place to do things, right? And that's like a national thing. You could go to probably any inner city or even a suburb anywhere, and there'll be some business sponsoring some sort of league
From basketball.
or a
Yeah.
couple of businesses, right? Because like these leagues have to go out and get money. They
Yep.
can't just raise money off of the parents that are paying for it. They
No.
need to get other monies to do things. They got to pay for officials. They got to pay for equipment and
Hmm.
everything. So it's not just the money that they get from the parents that sign their kids up and stuff. So I would imagine that they just want to, they see what's going on in the neighborhood. They see the kids are running and the kids running amok is an issue all across the nation right now that has been going on that I have seen it for over almost 20 years now. I've been watching it. Just it's crazy. Like
It's
it's
getting
just bananas
worse.
watching some of these videos. It gets worse and worse every year.
It's getting it's scary, just like what it is. And you would think with them running amok, and we know about like technology and the things that they're able to see and to watch. So you would think that the last thing the mayor would want to do is cut funding for these kids. But clearly we're living in, like you said, like the Democrat Party has been infiltrated. So, our kids are the future, but they're not being set up for success in any way,
Even
shape, or
remotely.
form. Not in the schools, not in after schools. And it's unfortunate, like, even the school system, half of the kids are reading on grade level. And that, even speaking to someone today, she said, we need some kind of like tutoring program for them after school, some kind of community tutoring, because she's like, these kids, like, they're not reading. And I'm like, that's done on purpose too, because they took phonics out of schools. How do you take phonics out of schools? When I heard it, I was like, what? I'm like, how are they going to read? Phonics was my
Well,
favorite thing as a kid.
well, think about it. Okay, again, this is a leftist move that we've seen time in and time. If you're a history guy like I am, and you actually like history and the history of the world, not just history of the United States, okay, you've witnessed this. I witnessed it for the length of time in the 20th century that I was old enough to understand. Okay, socialism does not work anywhere. It doesn't. It might seem like it seems nice on paper, but it's when you actually put it in practice, it just doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
And like I said, I could remember being taught civics and all kinds of stuff. All right. I mean, when one of the things that devastated me was because I couldn't even get into one of these schools because like you really had to be smart. I was smart in for New York City, but I couldn't get in. I was trying to get into aviation at the time.
Okay.
Okay. And they had all these trade schools that you can go to as a high school. And I was actually trying to get into a couple of them. I couldn't. There were so many kids ahead of me, okay, that I just didn't make it, which was fine. I was leaving the city anyway. Um, but like my understanding is a lot of that has got taken away. There's still that some of it still exists, but a lot of that has been taken away. Not every kid is geared for college.
It's true.
Okay, not
And
every
we
kid
need
is
them.
geared for that, and we need these trade schools
We
again.
do. We need the electricians. We need the plumbers. We need the mechanics. Like, they're needed. Like, they're needed. And that was the lie that we were sold, right? Go to college. These trade schools, we hello. My husband can't fix a sink. Sorry, babe, but he can't. Okay, and he says, like, when he works with the older guys at the firehouse, and like they'll like patch something up or do something, and he's like, when did you guys like learn to do that? And they were like, we learned it in high school. And that's something that needs to be brought back. I wish they would bring back trade schools, even like on weekends. The Home Depot with the little
Yeah.
kids, they build like little woodwork, so it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but kids need to be able to use their hands and manipulate things and see, where they flourish. And having them just sit in a classroom all day, breaking them down in certain ways, isn't helping. And they knew what they were doing back in the day when they had those trade schools for these kids. You teach them to read, and then you learn how to put something together, and you use your hands.
But here's the thing: you still needed, like, if you wanted to be a plumber, okay,
You
or a
still need to read.
carpenter, or an electrician. Not only did you not have to read, you need to understand. You need to understand math.
Right.
Okay, like you need to fractions in particular. If you wanted to read a set of drawings, you needed to understand fractions. Okay, you needed to understand how to calculate fractions
Exactly.
on a drawing and stuff like that,
And
right?
that's the
So
beauty of the trade school, because some people can't just see it on a board, but being able to put it into practice and actually manipulate it in real life, that's how you internalize it and you learn.
it's true. I'm a hands-on kind of guy too. Like I can't. I mean, I can learn things out of a book, but like unless I actually do it a couple of times, it'll be like I'll forget it. So if I'm not
Hmm.
actively doing it, okay, I'll just like I won't. I'll forget it and lose the information, like as most people do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was sad. One of the things that I remember, let's say, wasn't De Blasio, because it was still Bloomberg, I think, at the time. But one of the things was pushing out JRTC programs, making sure that recruiters couldn't get into high schools and stuff like that.
Mm,
And I don't want to tell you how many people I was in the military with that the military saved them.
mm,
Okay, like it gave them something. It gave them, something to learn. It gave them skills that when they left, okay, even if it was after 4 years, when they left, they had things that they can do, and it transitioned into so many. Depending on what it is you do in the military, can
right.
transition into a whole bunch of different things. You're right, Liberty One says. It's just easier to do TikTok videos. You don't need training for that. It's true. I mean, like you just pick up your phone and do a TikTok video. Um, that's unfortunately the mindset of a lot of these kids. But it is a direct effect of having all these programs removed.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, even I went to just a general, I still had to take a tech class, okay, in high school. And it was just a general high school, general education, okay, to move on to college or the military, which I went to the military. But I still had to take, what did I take? I actually took architecture, okay,
Mm,
my senior year. And I learned how to read drawings.
mm,
Okay. And that learning how to read drawings in high school, I had not used it ever again. Okay. Until I actually was in construction starting in 2007. Okay. I was in general construction management for 10 years for one of the biggest what do you call it? General contractors in the country. So like those skills that I learned that I hadn't used, okay, in over a decade, all right, 2 decades almost 2 decades when you think about it, all right,
mm.
they came into effect and it worked, and it was just like, oh wow, I remember doing that. I was able to look at a set of drawings. I remember doing that in 12th grade, and it all came back to me almost instantly because I learned it back then. So these kids need that. Like I said, not every and as an educator that like you can assess as an educator, you can assess kids like immediately, like I don't know
Yeah.
if this kid is going to be ready for high school or ready for college. He might need some extra stuff. Maybe I can gear him towards learning a trade. And he's good with his hands. Let me see if I can get him to learn carpentry or whatever. Uh, I don't. Does the city? I don't think the city does BOCES, right? Because the BOCES things is outer
Yeah.
uh,
BOCES is the
is
state.
Rockland, Westchester, Orange
Yeah.
County,
Or up,
stuff like that, Putnam and
right.
Dutchess and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we don't do BOCES. We just have District 75.
So
I
what's
did
District
work.
75?
It'll be similar to BOCES. It's just like where that's
Okay.
more for like special education students. And
Okay.
it goes in whichever schools, but BOCES has like this whole thing
Right.
on its own. I did BOCES twice because when I was fired, I needed to work. So I
Uh,
traveled to Westchester and I
you had to
traveled
do what
to,
you had to. You had
yeah,
to do what
and
you
I
had
did
to
Long
do.
Island.
That's
Yeah,
right. I forgot out in Long Island they have BOCES too.
yeah.
That's outside of the city thing. Well, because the
hmm
city has control of absolutely everything. So, you know, um, you can't even own a weapon in the state of New York and carry it into the city without having a separate
That's
permit
crazy.
and then it takes like years for them to even give you one anyway. Like you'd
Yeah,
probably
it
get
takes a
denied
long
most of the
time.
time. I was, I get out of the military. Actually, I was still in the National Guard at the time. When I got back from Iraq, and like I was gonna get a job in the city where I was gonna require, it was gonna require me, okay, to have a weapon and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
I couldn't even get it. I was able to get the state. I was gonna get the state just fine, but it just so happened I ended up taking another job anyway. But hey, here he is. So this is my buddy. Uh, he hosts with me. This is Scott Perez, Reddaywalker. Meet Athena Clarke. She's just been getting
So
into it. If you
sorry
could
to be
just
late.
that's
No
it's
worries.
it is what it is, man. She's been grinding and stuff like that. So I told her
I'm
whenever
sure.
she feels like she wants to veer off, go ahead and veer off. She was grinding right to the last minute, right before she even jumped on the show. If you're just joining us tonight, Red Day Walker has popped in. He's in the house now. Athena Clarke has been with us. She is running for District 46 in Brooklyn, New York. And early voting starts tomorrow, fam. If you're in New York City and you're watching this show and you're in her district, you need to make sure, okay, that we get out there and support her because she's giving it all, okay, for all of you in Brooklyn.
That's
So
it.
like in her
Yeah,
district. So,
definitely.
Scott, did you hear anything before you came in, brother? In case you had any
I
questions for her.
I literally like ran in the door and just started booting my computer up. I didn't even check.
We were actually, so just so
Sorry.
you know,
So I'm not going to
just
ask
so you
any
know,
dumb questions.
he doesn't. Um, she's an educator. Okay, she lost her job because she refused to take the jab. She couldn't even get any other jobs. She was part. We talked about it on the show. She was part. She was actually part of that
You
lawsuit
know,
that was going on in New York at the time, a couple of years ago that they didn't win, unfortunately.
oh,
And she made her choice after that. Actually, her lawyer asked her if she was willing to run, and she was, there was
wow.
another thing that happened to her that kind of was like, okay, I got to run. So she was trying to get another job, and the city put a nice red flag on her portfolio, okay, on her profile, all right, and she couldn't get the job, so she made the decision at that point. She herself was also a Democrat who is now a Republican. She's the Republican candidate.
We wish there was more of you.
Me too.
I don't understand why the city of New York can go through so much crap and just keep voting the same, just thinking that they only have one option.
Honestly, it's I I think it's multiple things, but the two main things I
Mhm.
would say is one, we're just so busy, like just going day to day. It's just like work, home, this, like on autopilot. And then two, am I breaking up? And then
No, no,
two,
no, I hear you. You're
okay.
just fine.
And then two, so Curtis Lee was running for mayor, right?
Hell yeah, we've been pushing for
Every day,
Curtis
Love Curtis.
every
every
day.
day.
And when he's out, or if I have, like, sometimes we'll campaign together. Like some of his people will come along with me and bring like his flyers and stuff, right? People love Curtis. Like the streets really love Curtis. Like he's that guy, and he's from Canarsie too.
Hmm.
But the media acts like the Republican candidates don't exist, and that's across the board. So you have other people who are available and who are running, and you'll have no idea who
Who
they
they
are.
are.
And that's by design because, again, he's a likable candidate. When I'm out with him, everyone's like, Curtis, Curtis, Curtis. When he's not there, I was at in the projects in Canarsie, and we left his poster there. And this girl comes up to me and she's smoking and she's on her phone and she's like, that's that guy. And I'm like, mm-hmm. But I didn't know what, and she was like, he was out there. And I was like, Curtis,
Wanted to see where she was going with it, and
right.
she
I'm
said,
like, I
"That's
just
that
didn't
guy."
know where she was going with it. And she's like, no,
Yeah.
she's like, he used to be, she goes, like when you're like protecting people, he was a part, I'm like, he was a guardian angel. She's like, yes, yes, he was a guardian angel. She's like, he's running. And I'm like, yeah, he's running for mayor. She was like, what? She goes, oh, I'm going to vote for him. She gets on the phone, calls her girlfriend. You remember that guy, the guardian
Mm.
angel guy? He's running for mayor. And so they purposely like block Republican candidates because that's who they want to push. They want to push the Democrat candidates. And so people just go and they vote Democrat. And then they just call the Republican candidates names. Oh, you're
Yeah.
racist. Oh, you're fascist. Oh, you're this. You're a Trump supporter. You're a MAGA. You're this whole
I,
thing.
I was part of the young Republicans in the state of New York, and I have talked about it several times, okay, when I lived in New York. All right. I've talked about it on the show several times. I've tried to explain to people that the Republican Party in New York was a little bit more purple than it is red.
Yes.
Okay. And it's still kind of
And it
like
still
that
is.
to this
Yes.
day. It's not that there aren't conservatives in the Republican Party in New York. They're quite a bit. Okay. But it's still very, very purple. The Republican Party, when they had control of the Senate and the Democrats were in control of the assembly in the state, there was significant back and forth, okay, on getting things done, believe it or not, right?
Mhm.
Because that is how New York was working at the time. Cuomo gets in, then the state assembly gets the Senate goes blue, and like we pretty much got backed out. Pataki, I don't care what anybody says. I know Curtis likes him and he's got it endorsed by him. To me, Pataki didn't do anything to advance the Republican Party. That's just my own personal opinion. In the state of New York, after he had control of the party for a very long time, I think Giuliani did more for the state, being the mayor of New York City than he did as the governor. Not that he was an ineffective governor. I just think, as far as the party, he didn't do what he could have done. He could have made the New York Republican Party a lot stronger. With that said, like you were saying, okay, the Marxist state media, because that's what I call them, the MSM, the Marxist state media, they call people like me and Scott, Nazi, a racist. Him and I, we're not even far right. We're not even anywhere near being far right. We might be Christian conservatives, but we're not far right. We're both trying to get the country back to the center so we could get some balance and stuff like that. That's what we're trying to do, regardless of how we are, okay, on the political spectrum. But the Marxist state media is not going to help. And what's upsetting me right now is seeing these so-called conservative influencers, okay, pushing Cuomo.
Of
And
course.
I call them Cuomo sexuals, okay? And if they, and the reality is, if you're a Republican and if you're in the city of New York in this election starting tomorrow, guys, early voting starting tomorrow, okay?
Hmm.
If you're a Republican in the city of New York and you vote for Cuomo, you deserve Mamdani. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and they're trying to blame Sliwa. Like, oh, if you vote for Sliwa, you're voting for Mandami. No, if I vote for Sliwa, I'm voting for Sliwa.
Yeah.
That's who I'm voting for. Like, how dare you? I'm like, I'm a new Republican, and you guys are shameful. I'm more
Yeah.
Republican than you. I just became a Republican in January. Are you
Right.
kidding me? I'm like, I voted for Sliwa 4 years ago. I am voting for Sliwa again. It's as simple as that. Cuomo,
Yeah.
Now you're far right
This
too.
Now you're far
it
right
is
too.
what it
Like
is.
you're a Nazi now. Oh no. Even better. Even
You
better,
didn't
Athena,
even
you're a
know.
white supremacist.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna get called a white
Hmm.
supremacist now.
That's
I'll tell you how many
that's probably the nicest thing she might get called on the street. Unfortunately, I
a
know there's
white
other names that I'm
supremacist.
not. There's names that I'm not going to say, but I
Yeah.
know
You
No.
know?
I listen.
what a lot of black conservatives get called.
I'm sure you've heard. I'm sure you've heard the you're an Uncle Tom and all this other stuff, and
You
yeah, I'm
want
sure
to
you've
know
heard that.
something? On
But
the
because
street, I've been okay. It's more
good,
online that people,
of course,
and you don't know
of
if it's a
course,
bot, if it's a real person. But
yeah,
on the street, I mean, it could just be neighborhood wise. I've been
probably
relatively
why.
okay. And a
Good,
lot of people on the
Mhm.
street are tired. Like, they're like,
yeah,
it's funny. It's when black people stop me and they're like, what are you, some of them like, what are you running as? And I'm like, Republican. They're like, yes. They're like, we're tired of these
good,
Democrats. Someone told me the other day, he
nice.
said,
I
he
hope.
said, right, he said, he goes, after Kamala, he's like, I can't anymore with the Democratic Party. So again, with the media, they want you to believe everyone's on this side, and it's not true. Like, when people say like, oh, go outside and touch grass, no, seriously, go outside and like talk to real people,
It's
because
true.
being online and reading some of these comments will make you believe that you're in the twilight zone and you're in this by yourself, and we're really not. We're really not.
Yeah.
There are
No.
people there that's with us.
It's influencers too, and I don't call
Yes.
myself an influencer. I don't let anybody call me that because I don't influence shit. It's these people though that they're not even in New York City, and it's like, how can you tell people who have been living through this nightmare that started under Cuomo, okay, when he was governor? So all of this stuff that's going on in New York City and throughout the state is because Cuomo helped sign a whole bunch of laws into place with
Yep.
cashless bail,
Yep.
okay, and all this other stuff, and reducing crime sentencing and stuff like that for certain crimes and all that
Yep.
other stuff. The forced jabs, he started that, okay?
He got
People
rid of
losing their jobs
the
because they didn't get the
man.
jab. That's all him. All right, so it's like, I couldn't in my right mind tell somebody who's living through it right now, because I don't live in New York anymore, okay, that you got to vote for Cuomo if you want. This is what and when people say, well, how could you tell people not to vote for Cuomo? Don't you want to save New York City? You know what I tell them? This is what I say. I was like, you're asking me to tell people, okay, who to vote for someone who is going to massage their back, okay, and use a little Diddy oil, and then be like, I'm only going to put in the tip, all right? Opposed to somebody against somebody who's just gonna rage him, okay, right? Is gonna absolutely do him wrong, right? Like you got one guy who's gonna just do it overtly, and the other guy who's gonna massage you and finesse it a little
Agreed.
bit, but they're both gonna
Agreed.
bring the same thing. All right,
One's
one's
is gonna
gonna
be
bring it a little
faster,
bit.
one's gonna be slower, but it's still gonna
That's
happen either
all.
way.
It's still gonna happen regardless. So it's like, I'm
Agreed.
not gonna do that. Curtis Lewa, I probably disagree with him on 40% of the things that he talks about, but I know he's better for New York no matter what. I know if there's anybody who represents New York City, it's Curtis Lewa.
Exactly. And it's we love Curtis, but we're gonna vote for Cuomo. Excuse me? I was like, you guys, your love is toxic and it's not needed. Like, it doesn't make any kind of sense. I'm like the things that
Crazy.
has happened to us, and they're like, oh, we're scared of socialism. We had socialism under Cuomo. Y'all forgot those
Yep.
lockdowns? Like, how quickly did you forget? We had curfews. We
Yes.
had curfews. Like, I
and
don't
and
understand.
and dress standards, right? Because that's what they were. You had to wear a mask everywhere you went.
You
So
had
you
to
had
wear
dress
a
standards. You had
mask.
Mhm.
a uniform that
You
you
had the
had to wear
contact
too.
tracers. Oh
Yep.
my gosh, they're tracking you on your phone. You had to go and manually take off the contact tracing. Otherwise, your phone is ringing if you were around someone who had COVID. Like, come
Lord.
on. Knocking on people's doors? Like, no. How did
Hmm.
you forget? How did we forget this? Like, and that's what I mean when I say, like, when I'm running, what I'm running for, because it's so far removed from people's minds. I remember it like it was yesterday. So for someone to come and tell me, "Oh, if you vote for Cuomo, don't talk to me about Cuomo. I'm voting for Sliwa. That's it,
Right.
Sliwa. Period. And if Sliwa was to drop out, which he's not, I would write in Sliwa. Absolutely not. That's just what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you guys for that. Scott, you got anything, brother?
If they forget what happened in the past, look at what's going on. They're continuing to screw you right now. I mean, what's wrong with the New York City infrastructure? So you got like subways flooding all the time. There's like things are constantly breaking down. They want to. I don't know. I haven't met one New Yorker who's actually in favor of congestion pricing. And it's like,
Maybe the
and
rich
yet they
people.
think, yeah, I mean, well, maybe the rich people don't care,
Because it
but
Right.
doesn't affect them,
I
right?
mean,
That financially it
you're
doesn't
working
affect them.
stiffs, yeah, you're working class or lower class who act, who are, let's face it, it's tough enough living in the city if you're not making a certain amount of money anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But those are the people who are suffering, and yet they want to say they have no money to do anything. It's to make fucking money hand over fist.
It doesn't make
You know,
any
I mean,
sense. Yeah.
the state has so much makes so much money. It's like what's happening to it all, or what
And
has happened
those
to it all over
questions
the
that need to
last
be
like
answered.
5 to 10 years. It's ridiculous.
It is. And I don't and everyone is complaining. Like,
Yeah,
everyone.
so do some.
Everyone
This
feels
is
it.
your opportunity to do something about it. Don't have to complain anymore.
Yeah,
Make
Liberty,
your
I
mark
saw that.
tomorrow.
Scott
That's
Liberty.
it.
You know who
What's up?
Scott Lebedo is? That's awesome. Yeah, I actually posted that
Yeah,
on
I
my
do.
Instagram with
Hmm.
him going after him. Yeah, I definitely saw that. Scott Lebedo is an absolute legend. Absolutely love him. He's great with his posts and everything. And
Going after
yes,
Mandami.
Rogue Nina says, apparently they forgot about 9/11 too. Zofran. Okay, so that is the nickname I gave him, Zofran. so, so,
What does
so
that
she,
No,
mean?
yeah,
so
Zofran.
Fran.
Yeah, Zofran is a medication.
Oh,
Um,
it sounds like
yeah,
meds.
yeah.
Okay.
She says apparently Zofran or whatever his name is was running an abomination. Now too, what the actual absolute they just like people. Again, our viewers are true tellers and true seekers, so they follow. Myself and Scott, we're posting stuff for you guys all the time. We're constantly reposting our stuff, your stuff, because it's just we want New York City saved. um, as you know from the opening, New York City, in particular, Brooklyn, has a special place in my heart because I spent a significant portion of my life. Scott calls me the Brooklyn Shabba Ranks, and I call him the New Hampshire Cuddy Ranks.
Oh my goodness.
It's a new nickname, but it's catching on.
That's my nickname. He calls me the Brooklyn Shopper Ranks.
I
I
love it.
don't know where he got that, it's funny. That as you see the kind of fun we like to have on this show. Um, all right, day one, you get elected. When you get elected, because we're gonna, like I said, we will do along with everybody else. I've seen you've been with the cafecito break people,
Yes.
with Cozy and the twin and the sisters, the Perez sisters with
Mhm.
Ra and everything. They're friends of the show. We've had them on the show several times already and everything, and we're on the same page with them with a lot of stuff. So, day one, Athena Clarke gets in. What are you doing? Because I know you're going to be quick to just, yeah, we're making bills right away.
Day one, we're trying to reinstate and compensate. That's day one for these workers. It's a lot. Truly, like, I've been okay. Like, I didn't have to wipe out my pension like some other people, but there are individuals who completely wiped out their pension, who have gone homeless, who changed states, who can't go to work. Like, as a teacher, I could work in another state,
Right.
but, like, firefighters, sanitation workers, like, those individuals, they really can't just pick up
Yeah.
and move and go somewhere
Uh,
else.
It's
Like,
hard.
they're completely out of
and
work.
if you're an FDNY, you would have to literally make a drastic move to like LAFD to Los Angeles or
or
down to
Texas.
Miami. You got to go to a big city,
Yeah,
Chicago or something. Like you have to go to a big city if you're FDNY. It's not
yeah.
like NYPD. Once you get the academy, you could go anywhere in the country. They'll pick you up. FDNY, like if you want to even be on the same pay bracket, same benefits, you have to go to a big city and
Yeah,
stuff.
you
But
have
then
to
again,
because
and it
most
has to be
places just
something
like
drastic,
volunteer
like Los Angeles Fire
firefighters.
Department or something like that.
Yeah, because most places, the fire department is volunteer. It's not like a
Yeah,
big thing, so
it's
it's
true.
hard. Even and here for the cops, well, the cops who were terminated, they'll be accepted anywhere, but they watered down the academy now, so I don't know about them being accepted anywhere in the country anymore.
Yeah,
But
yeah. NYPD doesn't hold the same
no,
prestige like it used to.
it
They
doesn't.
they DEI'd the hell out of the police academy, and it is just not the same.
Yeah, it's not.
Liberty says, "Come here. We need good teachers." Liberty's up in Buffalo.
Buffalo's too cold. If
it's
I
it's
change states, I'm going to the
Very
where it's
cold.
warm. I need the sun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I left. Yep.
Florida needs
I left.
teachers too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. He's in Florida. I'm in South Carolina. So
Yeah.
um,
See, that's where I need to be, where the sun.
it, it,
Like,
it was a full day. Started off in the 40s, and by like I want to say like lunchtime it was 70 degrees, and I was like, okay, it's a nice comfortable fall day here in South Carolina, and I
and then it
got
gets cold
beaches
again
close
at
to
the
me
night,
and
right?
everything. It's awesome. Great restaurants where he lives in Florida is great beaches, restaurants, and everything. He's on the Gulf, so
Not you trying to sell me other states.
nah, we gotta
Ah,
get you elected in Brooklyn first, and then if you self impose a term limit like most people should do, okay, then we'll try to get you to Florida or South Carolina or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's again, Athena, Brooklyn needs you, especially your district. They need you.
mhm.
Um,
It's,
we
it's,
are we are
it's a lot.
fighting every day for you guys, and we don't even
Thank
live
you.
in New York
I
City, and we're
know.
fighting for you
Thank you
guys.
guys. And it matters. Like the love, like all of it, like it matters because it's difficult, running, especially because it's grassroots. So we're just doing this ourselves, trying to get our names out there, running around. We don't have a big machine. We don't have big donors, that we can just call on and just say, hey, do this, do that. It's literally just us, boots on the ground, getting it done. So all support is appreciated. Um, some of my biggest supporters have been people that I've never seen in other states, but it matters. It really does matter.
Yeah, we listen. We Scott could tell you. I'll let him tell you in his own words. We try to pay attention to everything that's important. You know, we listen. Scott lived in the Northeast too. It's not like he's not familiar with New York City.
Mhm.
So it's our mission. I know mine, and I'll let him speak for himself. Is to make things. I want everywhere to be. I want everybody to be called a Nazi like me. Let's just put it that way. With that mindset, I want everybody to be called a Nazi like me, and I want the things that we're doing, the Nazism, okay? Because again, they call us Nazis for everything.
For
I
everything, it
want
doesn't
that.
make any
I want
sense.
that to work for absolutely everybody because it is a proven fact. The red states have outdone blue states by leaps and bounds. Okay,
Yeah.
especially through COVID. What
Oh,
you went through
definitely. Yeah.
wasn't happening in red states.
No, and I talk about that all the time too. I'm like, Cuomo was up here screaming, and AOC was up here screaming, and they flew right down to Florida, had a grand old time, and then
Oh
came
yeah, we
back to
caught
New
their
York.
asses.
Yeah.
Yeah, like partying
We
and
were out.
having a
Trust me,
good time.
I was on patrol out there. I was one of the ones keeping my eye out every time I was there towards the because I'm over in Clearwater.
Hmm.
We were walking the streets looking for them.
And then they'll come here and shame us, like put your mask on, separate, eat outside. First of all, New York has so many rats. Like, who wants to eat outside in New York?
That's been an issue. The rat
But you
problem.
guys were eating
Listen,
inside, outside, right? Like you had to
yes,
sit
So
inside a
during COVID,
cubicle
like when COVID
outside.
initially happened, we were outside because it happened in March and then it was summertime. So we were outside. And then when winter came, people started building the huts and putting the heaters, and it was a whole thing. I was home because I refused to sit in the cold and eat.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I
But
wasn't
you're
doing
talking about. I know you're talking about the rats. The rats in New York. Listen, but I will say this though. that with the rats, but the roaches are so big that the rats carry switchblades. All right, because it's like it's a real deal out in the streets between the rats and the roaches.
It's,
And if you're in one of those dirty ass subway stations that's not cleaned up, okay, and then you see one of them fights, just like get away, let them do their thing.
yeah. So the funny thing is, my district, we have the L train like you said, but for the most part, there's no trains.
All
So
right,
we bus to train. Luckily,
correct.
I was in Brooklyn. I don't take the train
Yeah,
anymore. I was never really a city girl like that to begin with, but now if I take the subway, someone's with me. Like I haven't taken the subway by myself since COVID. So I
sad though.
Did you
count on
see?
my hand how many times I rode the
Did
subway,
did
and it's always with
did
my
you see the
husband.
Mamdani stunt today?
Oh, on the bus.
He was on the bus. He was taking the bus to show everybody how great taking the bus is, and he had his like entire security detail with him.
Yeah,
Like
it did. Yeah,
he
that
took
was
up like
security
half the
detail.
bus.
It's like, oh, it's
He
It's
you
like,
might
see
as
know,
how
well have
safe
rented out
it
the
is?
bus.
it's it's like what Woodchuck Teeth Hochul did on the train. See, the subway is safe, but she had like two full cars full of state troopers, okay, protecting her, and she's like, yeah, the subway is safe. But
Right.
like literally like two stations down, one day prior, some lady got burnt to death. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It's like, what are you talking about?
They're so far removed and so out of touch, and
Yep.
I think that's the one thing that people enjoy about Curtis. Like he's real. Like he means what he says, and he's in there. He's grinding. These people are always in their cars, and like you said, they're riding with their security detail, saying how safe the subway is. Like no, it's not.
It's
It's not.
insane.
People just need
It,
to get around.
Uh,
But I actually
what's
am
that
going
like?
to run soon. My
Yeah, I know, I
baby.
know. We only had you for an hour. You're gonna probably
Okay.
you're gonna have to text the hubby Hubs and let him know that he can come home now.
I do. I'm looking like, okay. Why he
Yeah,
didn't text
don't
me
let
yet?
him.
Like, are you done?
Yeah, yeah, he's watching the Knicks right now anyway. Shame on
probably.
him. Yell at his ass when he gets home that he was watching the Knicks.
If he texts me and said, I'm actually watching you, I'm gonna feel so bad.
Yeah, I know, right? I tell him I'll feel shitty too.
I'm
But
like, sorry.
Athena, thank you so much for spending time with us tonight. Thank you for giving us, your voice, to our viewers and whatnot. Our viewers are very sharp. They're, like I said, they're very in tune with everything that's going on in the country, and they want to save. A lot of our viewers are from California and trying to save California, so they understand the
Oh
fight
my
that New
goodness.
York City is having.
Yeah,
So they get it, and absolutely appreciate it. I hope you'll come back, okay, when you win.
definitely. Thank you. I have so many rounds to make when I win, and I can't wait to make them. I cannot
I
wait.
know. Well, we
Yes,
can't wait to see. We can't wait to look at your socials and see how you're doing because, again, we're gonna keep supporting you. And you and Elijah. We had Ramsey Frias on. We had
mm,
Janine Aquafreda was on with us. We're obviously pulling for Curtis Lewa. And if you're watching in New York City again, don't be a Cuomo sexual.
please.
Okay. If you vote for freaking Cuomo, you deserve Mamdani. Period. Especially if you're a Republican. Okay, don't
Especially,
listen. Don't listen to any of these people that are telling you to vote for Cuomo. He's going to save New York. He is not.
he
Like
is
I
not.
said, he is going to rub your shoulders, okay,
What did he
with
do?
it, and then lube you
How
up with
many
some Diddy
grandmas did he
oil,
kill?
and then and tell
A
you I'm
lot.
just going to put in the tip, all right. And then the other guy is just going to freaking absolutely raw dog you. So
But
Curtis Lee
for
was the
you know
only way
what?
to go.
In all seriousness, how many grandparents did he kill? I mean, isn't
A
that bad
lot.
enough?
No, yeah, a lot,
I
and
mean,
they
that's
were by
that's
themselves,
tangible. Like
and
like people lost people
they did.
because he dumped them all into these sick people into these nursing homes. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yes, he did.
It's
Did.
insane. He shouldn't even be running. He should be in freaking jail.
He shouldn't be running, and
There
he
should
should
be
be so
crimes against
he
the
should be
state,
too ashamed to run, but
Yeah.
crimes against humanity.
uncomfortable.
No, think about it. He actually
It's
lost in the
insane.
primary,
He
okay, and like
did.
decided to run as an independent. It's all a setup. It's all it's two Marxists working with one another to
Hmm.
to push out the one guy who's remotely conservative and and will absolutely help fix the city.
Yeah.
But again, with the elections coming up, New York City, it's not only Athena Clarke. You have people. This is the generation of new blood that we keep talking about. All right, they're right there in your face. They're out in the street. talk to them, listen, okay, go find out where they're speaking at, okay, like that, so you can hear them. They're trying to help you guys, and they cannot fight without you. So New
Definitely.
York, you guys got to step up.
Need to.
Well, Athena, once again, thank you so much for hanging with us. We absolutely appreciate it. Um, it's been a great. Again, we hope we hope when you're making your victory rounds, you stop by Break the Machine
Oh,
podcast and hang
1,000%.
out with us
I
Mhm.
uh,
will.
for some time.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
definitely.
And if there's absolutely anything we can do, please let us know. We will absolutely try to help your campaign. Guys, all of her links are in the description. All right. If you want to give, it's there in the description. Her link tree's there. She literally has every single social that she's on her link tree. So where you can donate and everything, where you can actually find her campaign page and stuff like that. So you can read about what she's all about. But you heard it already here on Break the Machine. So once again, you have a phenomenal weekend, and
Thank
these next two
you.
weeks, we got your six.
This is it. Thank you guys. Keep
Thank you
doing
for
what you're
stopping
Have,
by.
doing.
absolutely. Keep that grind going, Athena, and we
All
got you.
right. Thanks.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Scott, in case you missed it, that was Athena Clarke, fam. Please go back, listen to her story. Fantastic story of, walking away from the Democratic plantation and whatnot. And I don't mean that as a pun and stuff like that, because you guys know that's what I call it. Um, and why she's running, her story about what happened to her as a
Yes.
teacher. She lost her job and everything. And she's the move, along with the other people that we brought on the show to try to help. We are trying desperately on this show to help you guys in New York City. But ultimately, it really comes down to you all come election day. And actually, again, early voting starts tomorrow morning. So you need to get out and start voting tomorrow.
We should share some stuff tomorrow morning. Make sure everyone's aware.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should absolutely put that up. I reposted something from somebody today uh, with a schedule. It shows the schedule in New York City from starting
Is
tomorrow.
that
Then it ends November 2nd, I think. And
is
then
that the
then you
only
have
one
two.
that starts tomorrow?
That is, I don't know. We have to find out if Cali starts, man. That is a good question, bro. Because Cali,
To
actually, no,
know.
I think Cali already started with early. No. I- California peeps, let us know what's going on in California as far as early voting. Because you guys are voting on Proposition 50. We got to put that shit to bed too and stuff. So, um, but I'll tell you what though. Let's
New York
say,
City
heaven
definitely.
forbid, the Prop 50 thing passes, which I think I feel from what we've seen from people from Cali who've not only come on the show, but from what we see online, it looks like there's enough resistance and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Going on. We will have to
I mean,
see,
maybe.
obviously. We won't know, but we won't know until we know.
Yeah.
Is the early voting going
I'm
on in
just doing a
Cali?
quick. I see early voting started was it? I don't say Eastern Carolina. It doesn't say North or South Carolina. It doesn't say that.
Hmm.
Why would you say
Yeah.
Eastern Carolina? It figures MSNBC covers because they don't want
Yeah.
people to know.
Yeah. Of course. So Rognita
Davenport
says you got till
started.
November 4th to get ballots in. So early voting has actually started. Okay, you can
Hmm.
get your ballot in. If you're in California and you're watching this show, you can get your ballot in. No on Prop 50, fam. All right. Blondie, what is going up? Good to see you, honey. Let me say what's up to people because, like, we were like in the middle of that combo and whatnot. I didn't get a chance. Rognina, good to see you. Cowgirl, good to see you too. Liberty 101, thanks for the follow. Thanks for jumping in on the chat and whatnot. I saw Cass was hanging out with us for a little bit too. She's busy always modding for other people and whatnot. Rumblebot is just being the Rumblebot. Jonathan, as always, good to see you. And I could have sworn I saw there was somebody else followed us, bro. And I missed it.
Somebody
Jonathan, if you
I
can
saw the
recall,
I saw
if
the
you can
bot.
recall,
Thank them.
yeah, yeah. Jonathan, if you can recall, please, who followed us so I could thank them just in case they're still watching. I want to make sure that we thank them and whatnot. But Red Day, Scott, what's up, brother? How you been, man? How was your week?
Busy.
Yeah, I know. You've
Just
been
busy, man. Just Well, I think I told you
grinding.
this was a busy month for me, right?
You did. No, you did. You told me that. I think you
Yeah.
told me that before we hit October. You said that what do you call it?
October was going to be
October was going to be a
crazy.
busy month. Yeah, it was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, as long as it's a good crazy and it's fucking money in your pocket from your business, that's how whatever.
I
I'm
wish it
good. I'm
was.
okay.
No, today was fine, and then all of a sudden at 5 p.m., someone realized, oh, we have a lot of shopping to do for a christening this. Or what was it? No, excuse me, not a christening this weekend. That's next weekend. There's a
Uh,
shower this week. There's a baby shower tomorrow,
oh God. Yeah, those always
which I
they
don't have
they
to
always pop
attend, but I
up.
have to be the chauffeur.
Yeah. Well,
So,
yeah. What's the point of not? You might as well just stay, bro. Like to go, come back, and then go. Like it's just like a
oh
pain in
no,
the ass.
thankfully, no, I meant the chauffeur tonight. I was the one that had to
Oh,
drive somebody around. Thankfully, I don't have to
oh,
drive them tomorrow.
oh, okay. Blah blah eight. Thank you very much for the follow. That was the other one. I knew there was another follow. Um, and whatnot. So, well, all right. So you dropped them off. You're all good though for at least for the rest of the night. What you got tonight? Wine.
Yes, yes, nice Cabernet.
Nice,
Thankfully, I
nice,
had
man.
this. I didn't have to make an extra stop on the way.
Yeah, I'm still on my tequila kick. So I'll be doing that. Movie night. Jonathan says movie night is 11:15. Got it wrong on the Discord. I think he said the 14th, but it's the 15th of November. And I don't have you put up the movies yet, Jonathan, to vote for? Dude, you gotta come hang with us on a movie night, man. If you have time. I know you got
I
like
have
family
to.
shit going on and everything
I
and
have to
whatnot.
check. I know the Saturday before. I already know the Saturday before. I think that's the 8th. I know I have an engagement on a Saturday night.
Okay, that's the 8th of November.
The 8th of November. I know I'm going to be busy all night, but
Okay.
I don't know
Hey,
about the 15th yet. I might be free on the 15th.
right on.
But
Did you get my
it
text?
depends if Jonathan picks good movies.
I think he went with Jonathan. Are we doing comedy this month, bro? I'm not sure what we're doing this month because we already got the horror stuff out of the way because of Halloween, which reminds me, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing for the Halloween show. Do you know what you're doing, bro? We actually have to start. We
He
got to
says
invite some people, man.
he said he put it up.
Okay. Oh, hang on one second. I can find that right now. Uh, let's go here. Let's go to movie night. All right. So the movies are MacGruber, Idiocracy, Coming to America, and Monty Python's The Holy Grail, which I think is an absolutely hysterical movie. I know some people don't like it. I like Monty Python movies.
Well, not me.
But
One
you
of
got
those.
MacGruber. I actually have not seen MacGruber. I might vote for that one. Yeah, Coming to America. Was Neil Diamond in Coming to America? Eddie Murphy,
Neil
man. Eddie
Diamond.
Murphy coming.
You're
No,
thinking
Eddie
of the
Murphy
song.
coming to America. Yeah, you're thinking of the song. Yeah, Eddie
There's
Murphy,
Neil
bro.
Diamond.
That was good. You got me. Rogue Nina says no Monty Python. We listen. It's majority rules. You know how it goes. It's the voting.
You know,
Uh,
you know how to vote. Can we have
it's the
Are there
voting.
any write-in options?
Actually, in on the Discord, if you were signed on the Discord, you could freaking put in the movie suggestions. You could put that in. You can drop that in there. Will you sign up for the damn Discord already, bro?
Man, I don't even know how to
Uh,
sign into it.
yeah. Um,
I'm too old.
actually, if you click on it, then if you don't have it like a just like a social media account like any other account like Instagram, you just have to create one and you could do it pretty quick. So if you see it in the chat, drop it in the chat, bro. Uh, so just in case, here I'll do it. Hang on, it's in the Rumble chat. It should pop up right now. Liberty says saw Neil Diamond in concert and didn't even have blue hair then.
Oh my god!
God damn.
Concert. What was it
Uh,
like
uh,
1982?
Liberty, I was about to say, Liberty, are you giving your age away?
I think so.
Liberty, you got to at least be a Gen Xer at a minimum, like Red Day and I.
Unless she went with
Yeah,
her, unless her parents took her.
yeah. Older. Wow. Older. So you're a boomer. You're in the boomer age. Yeah. I didn't appreciate Neil Diamond until like I got older. My dad used to play Neil Diamond shit all the time, but then like it was the same thing with Frank Sinatra. Like I didn't appreciate it until I actually understood what they were singing about. you know, uh, and then it was like, oh, okay. Liberty says, "What you mean? Wow, you said older than a Gen Xer. Then,
Wow.
well, older than a Gen Xer. Okay, all right, less
Yeah.
than a boomer. So you got to
I'm
be a
allowed to
Gen
say
Xer.
wow.
Yeah. 21 Jump Street. That was what's his
It
name?
depends on the movie.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
that was
I think
later.
it was. I think it meant the movie night. Probably the movie.
Oh, I used to watch the TV show.
Bro, the
Little
TV
Johnny
show
Depp.
was on point, man.
The TV
What's
show
her
was
face
great.
was in it? Yeah, the TV show was awesome, man. I mean, like it was like you had some real world shit going on in there sometimes.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was a
I
pretty
think it.
decent show. Come on,
I
man.
think
Holly
it came on
Robinson
like.
Peep. Holly
Didn't it
Robinson
come
Peep,
on like
bro.
right after? I think it came on like right after Fame or something like that. It was like right
Jeez,
in
I
that
don't even
right in that
remember.
area.
My memory
Fame, the
is
TV show.
yeah, Fame the TV, but Fame the TV show was like the 80s though, bro, because the movie was what, late 70s?
No. Fame, the movie was early '80s.
I could have sworn Fame because it was like the late
I don't
70s, like
think so.
79 or some shit. 21 Jump Street, bro. It was what do you
Let's
call
see.
it? I was in high school for 21 Jump Street, bro. Yeah, that was like my freshman year of high school, 87. I
Hmm.
think that's when it came out. Yeah, Johnny Depp was definitely in 21 Jump Street. What's up, Ray's Moto Life? What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Um, yeah, Holly Robinson though was come on, man. Like she was hot as hell in that. I don't know what
Holly
she looks like now.
Robinson.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I
Couldn't tell
don't
you
know
what she looks
now.
like now. Yeah.
She probably looks like me now.
Yeah, yeah. But Holly Robinson was the shit back then, man. She was hot as fuck, bro.
Yep. And then in the was it the '90s? I think it was the late '90s. She was dating the Philadelphia Eagle because she changed her name to Holly Robinson Peete.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was
You're right.
married to Rodney Peete, the
You're
QB, I
right.
think.
I think you're right, bro.
I lived in
You were.
Philly. That's the
I was about
only
to
reason
say
I know that.
because you lived in Philly at the time.
Yep. I was in Philly from '95 until 2007.
Whoa! Ray's Moto Life
Mm-hmm.
hit that 10,000 mark of followers on YouTube tonight, bro. Nice, man. Good
10,000.
shit,
Congrats,
man.
man.
Fucking 10,000. I gotta talk to you and figure out how the fuck to do that because I need to get off of fucking ice, man. I really need to get off of ice, bro. It's just insane, man. It's absolutely insane with YouTube. Like, part of me wants to just give it up and we'll just go straight to Rumble next year. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. But well, here, bro. Ray's Moto
Hey,
Life,
by the
you get
way,
some.
I officially created a Discord profile
Oh, did you?
while I was
So what'd
talking
you
to you.
call it? Oh, did you?
I did.
Ah, okay. Right on, brother. Okay, good, man.
Oh, I'm in there. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Let's see. All right. So then you
Do I
got to go
find a
to,
conversation or?
yeah, you find Big Red One Guy's Patriot Hangout, and then you just sign up. I'm curious to see what your name is. Yo, congratulations, brother. Very happy for you, man. I definitely got to talk to you because that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Because like I honestly, if I could get off of ice on YouTube somehow, I would. But like he has like I think he has a niche because he's like his other channel was 35. Didn't they nuke your other channel, fuckers, over at LubeTube? 35K, or unless you got two channels. That's awesome, bro. Listen, man, it can be done if
Search.
do it right. That's awesome, bro. Cause like think about it, man. If we could somehow get freaking all we need is like 1,000 people on freaking YouTube, and then we'd be set. We don't even need like 10,000 people. Like I can't monetize. Like I'm at 1,100 hours, bro. What they have done to me is absolute criminal, man. It's absolute criminal. Uh,
Oh, oops.
Liberty. Liberty
It's not letting
freaking.
me.
All right, so Liberty. I am I make fake pierogies because I don't know how to make the right ones. Liberty, you know that. uh, if I could actually make them the right way, Liberty, I would absolutely make them because I would love to learn how to make pierogies because I love pierogies. So Ray says that they did kill his first channel. They left it active, and they won't give it back. That fucking sucks, man. That blows. Because I remember when you posted on, I remember when you were posting on, what do you call it, on Instagram about your new channel. Like I went to follow it like right away and stuff. Liberty, Liberty's gonna give me shit forever for that, and I deserve it. Liberty, I absolutely deserve that fucking fake pierogi way to make pierogies the fake way. uh, well, we do live streams through YouTube. Um, nah, it's just so easy for me to what do you call it, live stream through the streaming platform. I get what you're saying. Um, I might start doing shorts. Well, what we are gonna do next year is, like I was saying, next year we're going full tilt on Rumble, and then I think what I'm gonna do is like we'll edit, and you can do the same thing. You just send them to me, bro, and we'll put edited videos on the YouTube channel for like short form and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you could, like I said, you could do the same thing, Scott.
How do I
And I'll
search?
post.
How do I search for you?
All right, what is? Hang on, 1 second. What is your name on it? If you and I
It's
can
just
what do you call?
Red Daywalker 2.0.
Okay, hang on. Let me find you.
I see the add a
Frick.
friend option, but
Yeah.
it's
Hang
not.
on.
I couldn't find Brooklyn Shabba Ranks. Nothing came up.
Yeah, well, there isn't fucking Brooklyn Shopper Ranks, you dipshit. It's Big Red One Guy, you ass. You're a dick.
Now Athena Clarke knows your nickname. She's gonna remember that.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Listen, man. At least I can laugh at it. Is
She's
it
gonna
all?
tell her
Did you
husband tonight.
capitalize? Did you capitalize anything or no?
The R and the D.
Okay. The second D.
The second D.
Okay. And then it's just 2.2.0. You didn't put any fucking like your Instagram handle.
Nope. Oh, now I got a pending one.
Yep, that's me.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I should accept it though. How do I know
You're a
it's really you?
dick. It's me, asshole. You're a dipshit, bro. And then just look for Big Red One Guy's Patriot Hangout, man.
I don't know where to search for that.
Actually, go back in the stream. Now that you got a Discord, go back in the fucking. Hang on. Let me hit it up real quick in the chat, and then
Wait.
click on it, and
Go
you
back
should
in
be
the
able to
chat.
accept it. Yeah, hang on. I
Okay.
just all right. It just popped back up in the Rumble chat. Click on that, and
link there?
now that you have an account, now that you have an account, you should be able to accept it.
Doesn't let me click on the damn link. Oh wait, I probably need to go to here. Sorry. There we go. I was in the wrong section.
Liberty. Well, it's good to see you, Liberty. I haven't seen you over on B&B as much. I know. I know everybody's life is busy and whatnot, so it's good. All right. Yep. You just popped up in the introductions. Welcome, Reddaywalker. All right, man. Reddaywalker is officially a part of the Discord. Awesome. All right. Well, now you look. You'll get alerts, and like now you can, even if you don't get the alerts, you can go and check it to see what we post. We say hi to each other. There's different pages on the Discord, fam. If you're not already signed up for the Discord, sign up. We got movie nights, been really good. We've actually been having a pretty good turnout. We got news and politics, political theory. We got the Red Day Riz section. Now you can actually post your. I know you haven't done them in a while, but you can post your Sunday videos that you were doing. Movie night suggestions. You could just throw it in the movie night suggestions. Just throw in what you think we should watch. Links of friends. We got Blondie's corner too, and then you can add music. fucking memes, whatever. There's like a whole Jonathan did like a whole host of shit. Yay, Rogue Nina's like, yay, finally, Scott.
Uh, whatever.
Bro, Nina has been chilling with us every movie night and whatnot, and everything. It's been good. But speaking, well, not necessarily movie night, but I do got to talk to you after the show, really quick.
Me?
Yeah,
You or
it has
somebody
nothing.
else?
Yeah, no, it's not about you, bro. Somebody else.
Well, if it's about me, then it's not about me. Then you don't need to talk to me, right?
Yeah, no, I do actually. I gotta kind of hit you up with. I gotta hit you up with what with what's going on. uh, well, at least finally you're fucking part of the Discord. And when you have time, you can just listen. We know you got a family. We know you run your own business and whatnot. When you have time, you can just come hang with us, man, and watch a movie on a Saturday night. Um, Chelsea hit me up about I guess a meetup that we're looking at for next year.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
No, she just said,
Is she making plans for us that she didn't really like run it all by us?
yeah, she was just like, what do you call it?
We're
Saying that
just
she's talking to
talking
people.
in
Yeah,
generalities.
yeah, just talking in generalities about a
Oh,
meetup, but like me, you, Petty, JD, her, obviously, Claire Patriot, which we have to work on. We have to work on getting her. By the way, did you get my text about the day you asked me about the 2 days what we have left in November? I sent you the
I
dates.
did. I did, and
Okay,
I asked someone about those 2 dates, and I've been waiting for them to get back.
and they haven't gotten back to you.
Not,
Okay.
not bugging them. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
No,
I
you
don't have
can't.
time to bug people anymore. I'm too
Yeah,
busy.
we can't twist people's arms, man. You know, listen, everybody has a life. Everybody fucking has things they got to do in their life. Like, so
Yeah.
you can't force
I
people
will tell you
to.
that if you didn't know, Monday's person is definitely confirmed.
Okay, good. All right, good. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
send the thing out for her.
So if you're
Uh,
anybody who's wondering about Monday, that's going to be real Frankie Rodriguez coming back.
nice. We haven't seen her
Mhm.
in a minute. It's good. That's good. It's good to have her back, man. It's always good having a good
Mhm.
conversation with her anyway, man. She's good at what she does.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, Ray says he's that we're better at Instagram. He's only at 19,000 followers. Bro, you got to 19,000 followers in like no time flat. I've been stuck,
Yeah, what's the
okay?
problem?
I've been fucking stuck. You're doing just fine. I've been stuck for 11 months now, okay? And I've done these last like almost 2 months. I've actually kind of melted a little bit of the ice, but they got me like a piragua, bro. They're scraping the shit out of me
Hmm.
right now on fucking Instagram. Them fucking rat bastards. Uh, they
Yep.
refuse to let me loose, man. And, and you know what's
It
sad though?
sucks, man.
You know what's sad though, Scott? I have like,
What's up?
I got 3 videos in particular that keep getting fucking shared every single
Yep.
day. Every single day. And every time I go to it, I'm like, how do I not have the following behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like when I had to blow up in January,
I don't know.
I had the following behind that. Like that one video that went viral, I had like almost 20,000 people that followed me, right? So this fucking one video has been shared like 1,000 times, we'll say, but it just doesn't correlate. Okay. And I'm like, you know what's happening? I bet you're like, you ever try to click on somebody to like something or to follow them and you get like the bullshit? You know what I'm saying?
You
I
don't see the
feel,
like appear?
yeah, you don't see the like. I feel like that's fucking happening too.
Could be. It could be.
Whatever, man.
I mean, and
I'm almost at
I'm
25K.
and I'm mad too because I've been at 200 and what is it, 208,000 now for a whole 48 hours, and I haven't been able
You
to move.
fucker.
It
Yeah,
sucks.
fuck you,
It
you
fucking sucks
dickhead.
for 48
Dude,
hours. Nothing.
it's like
Nothing.
I don't want to hear it, bro. Every fucking day, it's like
Yes.
another 1,000. So I don't even want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. I've been on literally on piragua ice for fucking 11 months, and you're up at like, hey, what's going on, Rosie? You're on fucking 208,000, bro.
I know.
What's up, Rosie? Good to see you, honey.
For for 2 whole days. What am I supposed to? I'm about to give up.
Fuck out of here.
I'm just gonna
Fuck
get
out
off.
of here
I'm
with
just
that
gonna get off of
bullshit.
Instagram.
Bro,
Even Nina
Nina's like,
says, "What the fuck?"
seriously, Scott? Yeah, no, yeah, but
She
she's like,
knows.
"What the
She's
fuck are
waiting.
you talking about?"
She waits for
No,
each
Anita.
announcement. It's ridiculous.
uh, if you guys
Rogue
don't
Nina's
know,
always the
Scott
first
is
one to say congratulations.
if you don't know, Scott has hit about 208,000 followers on Instagram. His grind has absolutely paid off. It's fucking well deserved though, bro. I mean, you do what it is. You do what you need to do to freaking continue making shit work for you, man. Um, I wish I could get off the ice. It's melted some. I have to say, it's melted some. I was at like 21,000 2 months ago. I'm almost at 25, so it's melted some. I can't really
Well, there you
complain that
go.
much. It is what it is, man. You know,
Yeah, you just
but
need to get a couple of
but
you know what you need? I haven't seen your thing. What did you say? 210? Oh,
so we need
yeah,
210, Scott.
I know someone told I know I'm starting to get cocky now. Someone was like, "You're gonna hit 210 by Christmas." I was like, "By Christmas?" I was like, I'm shooting for Halloween. It's possible."
What were you saying that I have
Oh,
to do? Something I got to do.
oh, yeah. Oh, I have to take a look at your profile.
I'm pretty sure
Uh,
there's something I have to change, bro. And you
nah,
would know better than
well, not
me.
about changing it, but it's just a matter of let's see.
You think fixing the profile?
No, 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 nope, nothing like that. No.
Hmm.
You know what you got to do to you know what you got to do to fuck with your algorithm?
What's that, man?
You got to put up some shit that's absolutely not political.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're
I'm
probably
not even
absolutely
kidding.
100% correct, man.
I hate to
Just
say
some
it, but
random
some of
shit. Just some random
my
shit.
most of my biggest posts are like the shit like the priest who was telling the joke.
Yeah. That was the funny
You
one,
know,
but that shit is hysterical, though.
that's my biggest post. It's like at
It
six
is.
million at this point,
And I keep seeing you
and
I
it's
keep
like
seeing you not only repost it, you keep adding it to your stories, which is dope. I was like, yeah, you know. But I've
it's
done that. I've done that with the
posts that
ones
do
that have
well.
gone viral. Yeah.
Yeah, it's currency. And if you notice, I tend to put up alligator posts.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that.
Dude,
You have dropped some
almost
Florida alligator posts.
almost every single Florida alligator post I put up
It's
just
gone
fucking
viral.
blows up. It blows up. Maybe not viral, maybe not like millions of views, but 100 to 200,000 views easily.
That's good shit, though,
You
man.
know, it's just an
Yeah.
alligator, and it drives. You put those up like at least once a week. It drives everything else.
Yeah.
It keeps everything humming.
Like
So
you know what?
that's another
You know
tip
what's also
I gotta give everybody in the world. I really haven't told everybody yet, but just mess with your algorithm because it just keeps thinking, oh, political, political, political.
yeah.
And then every once a week I put up something that's like hashtag Florida life, hashtag this.
Mm,
And it's nothing to do with Republicans, nothing to
y-
do with
y-
Democrats.
Yeah. You know what's happened to me though? What's happening to me too, I think, bro? I know I have a decent following in Europe. Okay, like checking the stuff. The videos that are going, the video that continues,
You know it,
the
Ray.
three videos. He says Scott's getting all the behind the door party invites. That's what Ray said. Bro, there's two videos in particular, and they're talking about France. Well, actually, one's talking about France, and the other one's talking about Minnesota. They continue to be shared. Every time I open up my Instagram when I get a chance during the work, it's been shared like a bunch of times. Okay, I think my
The
European
shares aren't
followers
as
but I think my European followers, like anybody in Europe who's looking at it, for instance, let's just say, because I think that's where it's being shared the most. Because it looks like that to me when I look at the insights.
Mhm.
They can't fucking follow me because you know how they got all the fucking what do you call it?
Yeah.
They got all the restrictions. Europe. I think that's fucking hurting me right now. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. They're still
I
getting
think
it
they're
out somehow.
I think they're probably going to be penalized if they follow you. Aren't they getting in trouble
Yeah,
for like
I
liking
think
and
they're.
following
I think they are, man.
profiles?
I think they want to follow so they can see other shit, but they can't. They're
Mhm.
afraid. You know what I'm saying?
You know what someone here in
Actually,
the US needs to do? Someone here in the US needs to make like a UK a UK underground account on Instagram and have everybody just feed them shit that's going on there that they can't post.
Yeah.
Like we can post it and we can just sort of like spread that. I always thought about
You know
creating like
what?
a rogue account like that.
You know what, man? I'm gonna talk to Tom Lee on Saturday, man, about that. That's a fucking great idea.
Hmm.
That is a great idea, bro.
Just have him and any other patriot from like the UK or Ireland or wherever, and just freaking, if
Um,
there's things that you really want to get out but you can't, just fucking feed it to us, and we'll like,
we'll get it
we'll,
out, man.
I don't have to do it, but I mean anybody, just sort of
Nah,
like put it
but
out there
yeah, but
and have all the
Scott,
tags in the world.
you're good at that too, though. Like, if someone sends you something that's worth fucking getting out, especially if it's coming from a country that's being silenced right now, you will get it out in a heartbeat. Same thing with me. I'll fucking put it up in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? And remix it, whatever,
Yeah.
and throw it in the story so everybody fucking sees it. That's what we got to do. That's a good. That I think that's a good idea. Let's help our freaking European patriots. We're in connection with a few of them, so like it makes sense for us to see if we can help them out. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something. I mean, because there's just no reason why they shouldn't be able to like share shit. It's just insane.
Yeah.
It's this crazy world that we live in now.
We gotta bring you. We gotta get you when you're not busy on a Saturday on the Salty Dog Show with me and Tom Lee, man. So because we're fucking salty as fuck on that show.
What time is your show?
That's only on. It's only on Rumble and it's 6 p.m. Eastern. So it's not like early in the morning or anything. It's enough time that if you want to go fucking to dinner or some shit, you can bounce and whatever.
Text me tomorrow.
Okay.
I might be free tomorrow.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, now that you're on the Discord, I'll fucking hit you up. But I'll text you on your phone,
Well,
bro. I'll text you on your phone, man, and
yeah,
if you're not busy. Um, yeah,
yeah.
man, because we just
I'm gonna
we
be
actually
busy on
talk
the.
about the European shit and we talk about,
Mhm.
and stuff like that and everything. And I think you'll fit right in. And you're a salty fuck just like we are.
Now that I'm on Discord, now I'm gonna go after Jonathan hard. Jonathan, you haven't seen nothing yet. I'm tearing you down, man. I am gonna break you down.
Jonathan is the fucking man of all men, bro. He
I'm
mods for
coming at you.
absolutely everyone,
Meme.
including
I'm gonna meme the hell out of you, Jonathan.
there's a meme section in the Discord. You could fucking meme as much, bro. If I don't know if you have pets, you can actually there's a pet section if you want to put pictures of your pets too. You can do whatever the fuck you want on
It's
Discord.
it's on, man. It's on. You're gonna wish I didn't join Discord. I'm telling you. You're gonna wish. You're gonna be like, why do we?
Jonathan says
How,
meme away.
you're gonna be like, how do we shut this asshole up now?
But you got your own section too, bro. All right, you got Red Day
I
Riz. So if
know.
you want to
Oh
fucking
yeah, I'm already starting
you
it.
want to yeah, you want to drop shit in there, like news
Mhm.
shit and stuff like that, by all means do it. Then there's a news
Yep.
and politics section as well. But if you want to drop like your videos that you do and stuff like that, if you want to pop them in there, not even just the ones that you do like, when you're doing the updates on stuff, but if you have like you do a quick live on Instagram, you can actually do it. You can drop it in there too.
I'll just have my rants when I'm sitting on the toilet, and I'm just gonna post them there.
Just so you're gonna have some shitty rants.
Mm-hmm. No, my rants are the shit. That's what it's supposed
Red Day Riz's rants on the fucking toilet.
Mm-hmm.
While he's fucking hurting because of his hemorrhoids.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank God we don't have those.
Oh man, they are the fucking absolute worst. They fucking suck. You got to do all kinds of shit to get them to go away too. It is the
Mm-hmm.
worst. It's the absolute worst. And heaven forbid you get one that's external and not internal. It's the fucking worst. Rogue Nina says toilet rants.
Yep.
Bro, I will tell you one of the funniest videos you put up was the one with you eating a sandwich. Scott, I watched that video about 10,000 times because I could not stop laughing. The way you were eating that sandwich and shaking your head when every time that chick said something, I could not stop laughing, bro. It was the fucking funniest shit that I've seen you post. Was that sandwich one?
Chelsea was telling me. She's like, dude, you should just make that your thing. You should just be eating
You should.
sandwiches, listening to little libtards just like go out and lose their shit.
I was
Just
thinking
sit
about
there,
that
just
too, bro. Bro, I was thinking about doing that too. I was like, you know what? I think fucking I should talk to Scott and see if we could just do it live together or just do a video together of both of us fucking eating a sandwich while people are fucking ranting. That would be the absolute best.
It was great. Hey,
Oh, that was
Jimmy
such a
John's
great
makes a
video, man.
great Jimmy John's makes a great sandwich, and it's right around the corner
Uh,
from me. So
Dude, that was such a great video, man. I laughed so hard with that one, man. I was like, I can't believe, because it was
I think
like,
the best part was I had the volume of me like turned up really loud, so every bite was just like, oh, oh.
yes.
You could hear every bite and saliva and
Uh,
everything. It was just bad.
Ray said that he's got a Discord, but kicked everybody out because they were retarded. Ray, are you signed up for our Discord, bro, for movie nights, man? You got to sign up, man.
Oh, sure. I got
I
to deal
think you
with
are, though.
retarded people on Discord. That's gonna suck.
Not on no. What do you call it? Jonathan mods it, man. Jonathan will take care of anybody who comes on the Discord.
Well, we'll see.
Nina
After I
says
start memeing him up, he may not. He may not protect me.
he's used to it. He'll be fine. Nina says the roast beef looked bomb.
It was.
Ah,
It was. It's called the Hunters Club. Highly
I
recommend.
gotta, yeah, you gotta, Scott. We gotta do one of those together, man. We absolutely have to do one of those together, bro. We got to do one of those together, man. I will
Mhm.
fucking get me a Philly steak and cheese or some shit. Okay, all greasy and freaking just falling all over the place while I'm
Yeah, just
eating
have
it.
it fall on the drop. I was
Just
leaning into it too. You can tell I was trying to
you
make
were,
it. I was trying to make it the best looking sandwich ever.
bro,
And
you were
like 1,000
absolutely
people asked me,
into
"Where did you get that sandwich?"
you
It
were.
looked amazing.
That bread looked like it was nice and freaking soft and crisp.
Do you do you remember the story of that day? What I put up?
uh, I actually forgot because I was laughing so hard at that video.
I actually, because when I first I saw that girl just like "Bah, bah, 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 bah,"
Yeah,
and that thought came to my head. I was like, it would be so funny if I was like eating a sandwich. So I ran over to
Jimmy
uh,
John's.
Jimmy John's, and I got caught in a rainstorm, like a
Oh, that's right.
downpour, and I
That's
was
right.
stuck. I was stuck. I was waiting. I was waiting over by the building, waiting. It's only like a 2 3 minute walk, but it was downpouring so hard. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I was just supposed to run over here, get it, and then go right back. And it was like, I know I had to get back to work. And I was like, I don't want to run home and it's be like drenched.
Oh
And I
man, that
literally
was such a
waited like
great video.
25 minutes and it never stopped. I was like, eventually I had to make a run for it. But I had my
Uh,
sandwich. I had my sandwich under my shirt. I was like running.
you, had- you were holding that shit like Emmitt Smith,
It's, hmm
like you were holding a
I
rock,
was
man.
running like I was running like him too. I was trying to get there. I was like, I don't want to ruin the sandwich.
Oh man,
It's
that
so
was such a
stupid.
great.
And then I
That was
posted. I
such a
told
great
several
video, though.
people. I was like, "See, I'm so committed to the bit." I was like, "This is the reason I got stuck in the rain. I just had to go get that sandwich."
Dude, it that was just such a freaking great show, man. That video was fucking phenomenal. I laughed so hard, man. I'm telling you, I watched it about 10,000 times just to see you eating and shaking your head when she would say something and you were agreeing.
Mhm.
I was just, I couldn't stop laughing. It was just hysterical.
Oh yeah,
I was like, oh
I've
man,
got
I
a
was like,
few.
this is
What?
perfect, Scott. I was like, this is perfect.
And
This is
I
fucking
have
right on,
like
man.
how many others do I have? Did I still have them? Take it rid of. I don't know if I still have.
Dude,
There was a
dude,
few, man. I've got so
we
many
should
videos that I was trying to react to, and I just never got around to them.
we should collab on sandwich reactions together, bro. We should absolutely do that together. I want to get in on that because that shit is so funny. I'm telling you, I will go out and get the greasiest fucking sandwich, sloppy and just falling all over the place as I'm eating.
Yeah, those would be good too. A nice. I wish I could have. I wish I could have. We like regular cheese, man. I'm dying for like a chicken
I know,
cheesesteak.
man. I
Oh,
know you can't. I know you
I
can't freaking
miss
mess with it.
those. You know what though? This week I
Uh,
got delivered on Tuesday. I got an actual vegan pizza delivered. It was fucking
vegan
amazing.
pizza.
Yeah.
But you know what? It
The only
probably
thing,
pizza's
the only
pizza. It
thing,
probably tastes
the
good.
only vegan, the only vegan part of it was the cheese. It was
It
real.
was
It
the
was
cheese.
real. Real pepperoni, and it was real. Uh, Philly
So it wasn't really
cheesesteak.
a vegan pizza.
Not really. It was. I just
Yeah.
do it. It's just the fucking dairy that I can't do.
Yeah.
So I got a
Uh,
vegan. So it was vegan, and I just. Oh my god! It tasted amazing.
Nina wants to know if you're going to hang with us for the bourbon and beer raid, which we're going to do shortly here. It is their
Oh,
2 year anniversary over there, by the way, guys.
good.
For bourbon beer. So we will say what's up to Yankee. I actually got to talk to Scott after the show for just a couple of minutes. I know he can't fucking
Yeah.
hang for too late. So but it'll be up to him. We will say what's up. You guys will definitely see me over there on bourbon and beer. Again, it's their 2 year anniversary, so we'll raid over there just to raid them and say what's up. Jonathan says, I mean, I live near Pittsburgh. I can get real Philly cheesesteak, extra whiz. They gotta have them
So you
in.
know,
I
John, what do you call somebody like me? I've been to gyms, I've been to Pat's, I've been to Geno's.
Yeah,
Every single time I went in, I asked for provolone.
really,
I never
not
got
the
a
whiz
cheesesteak. I've never gotten a cheesesteak whiz
with whiz.
for all that time I lived
I
in
actually,
Philly.
you know what? I actually, but I'm
I
like,
was
but
a
I
snob.
mean, I'll eat it with the whiz, but fucking like, I actually like it with provolone too. I think it tastes fantastic with
I
provolone.
love provolone. Oh,
Yeah,
miss
but
provolone.
I will absolutely, what do you call it? Get it with provolone, but I like it with the whiz, man. You got to kind of have it all messy. Um, I wish I could find a place out here that does it with the
Do
whiz,
you,
because I will do a reaction video with you just with it just falling all over the place, bro.
uh, do you ever go to Philly for any reason?
I haven't. I went the last time I was in Philly was it last year? I think that's when I went to the Pearl Jam concert. Was last year? Was that when I went to the concert last year? Pearl Jam?
Was that in Philly?
Yeah, that was in Philly. Yeah, last year was Pearl Jam. Yeah, it was in Philly. It was September of last year. I didn't
Oh
get a
my
chance
God.
to go to Geno's or anything like that. We wanted to, but we didn't have
You
the
know
time.
what? Well, if you ever go, I actually, like I said, you know how long I lived there.
Yeah,
I actually recommend another place. No
I'll
one
listen.
ever
I'll try it.
mentions. You know what? I won't say that I'm an expert on anything, but you know I love to eat, so
Yep.
that's my expertise.
Right. Take it easy,
This
Ray. Good to
place,
see you. Thanks for hanging, bro.
this one place called Chubby's.
Really.
Chubby's Steaks. Holy
Okay.
effing shit! They made
That's
such.
that sounds like it's dope though.
Dude, it looks like it's the actual restaurant is like in an old train car,
Oh, that's dope.
like up there in East Falls or somewhere like around there. And it was like fucking. It was the first time I ever had a. It was the first time I ever had a cheesesteak with all the fixins plus bacon, and I was just like in a
Oh,
coma afterwards.
bro, bacon
Bacon,
makes everything taste
cheesesteak.
better, man.
Yeah, I had it with mushroom. I can't remember what it was in there. It was like mushrooms, peppers, onions,
Oh, that
and
sounds dope.
bacon, and the provolone. I was just like, and is this real? And the thing is different is the thing that's different is compared to Pat's and Geno's and Jim's is that the meat, the inside shit, it's
Mhm.
fucking spilling over. It's like when I went to, I
That's
hate
what's
to
up,
say it, but
man. I
when I
like it
went
to
to
be
Pat's or
messy.
Geno's, it was mostly bread.
Ah, nah, I can't deal with that. I
It
want
was
the
mostly
meat and shit
bread.
like falling
Yeah,
over the place and
it's like
everything.
you couldn't even like hold it. It was sort of like
Dude,
I
I
know
want to be able to
you'd have to
after I
with a
eat the
fork just to
sandwich,
get
I
it
want
out.
to I was about to say, I eat it after I eat the sandwich, I want to be able to take a fork or spoon, whatever, and fucking just eat
Hmm.
what's left on the plate.
Oh
That's
yeah,
how much I
and
want.
the bread's just a gooey mess. It's like oh, it's so
Yes.
awesome.
It's like
Chubbies.
it ends up being like a brown cheesy dough
Mhm.
when you're fucking
Exactly.
that's how you got to have it, man. That's exactly how
It
you got to
was
have it.
so good.
Chubby steaks, you said?
Chubbies. Yep, it's
Chubbies.
still there. Chubbies on Henry Avenue. I used to go take the bus up through there all the time.
Mm-mm.
It's not
Huh.
downtown. It's up in like the north west. It's not northeast. It's the basically it's like the northwest section of the city, the
Right.
suburb, like the suburb part of the city.
If I'm ever back in, I'm gonna remember that too because I'm all about, eating good eats, man. I love fucking good eats, bro. I like going to a place, whatever city I'm in, and just find something that's
Mhm.
like a staple of the city and go try it,
Yep.
man. Um, we went to, I can't for the life of me remember the name of that stupid Mexican restaurant that the South Park guys grew up going to. We went to that when we went to Denver.
Casa
Fucking,
Bonita.
there you go. Thank you. Fucking, when we went to Denver,
Casa Bonita.
bro, the food in there was absolutely insane, and the margaritas were just
Mhm.
insane too. But the food was fucking fantastic, man. Like it was just worth the money. It's a whole experience, by the way, too. You got to get reservations, okay? They
Oh
literally
yeah.
have security in the front and shit like that because it's in the middle of the hood. Bro, it was safer. It was safer at Casa Bonitos, okay, than it was in downtown Denver. Let's just put it that way. All right, bro. They
God.
had cliff diving inside this place. Literally had fucking diving into a
Well, so
pool.
it's
Like
so it's real. It's just like South
it
Park
is
then.
it is a real thing, bro. Like we went in there, it's a whole experience, man.
Cliff diver.
Yo, bro, it was a whole experience. I'm telling you, man, it was fucking insane. The only reason we didn't stay to go through most of the other stuff that they had going on there is because we had to get to the second night of the Metallica concert. All right. Otherwise, we would have just chilled there the whole night and fucking drank and and whatnot. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Like I said, they literally had divers and shit like that diving into a fucking pool, but the food was absolutely insane.
It sounds crazy.
It's worth the money, man. It's worth the money and worth the fucking trip into the hood to go eat it because it's in the middle of the
Mhm.
hood. But it's well worth it,
See,
which is
down
why they have armed security.
oh God. Why would they need armed security?
They just, bro, it is like I said, it's safer there at Casa Bonitos than it is in downtown Denver. But the
See,
food was, like I
in
said, the
Florida,
food was fantastic.
there's no like great big Mexican places. Like all the best Mexican places here are like these like little hole in the wall restaurants.
But those are the best ones, man. Those are
That's the
the
way it
ones that
is
are
here.
family owned.
They have
The ones that are
yep,
family owned and they're just like a hole in
not
the wall.
chains.
Fucking food is the
Yep,
best.
yep. Like there's one place in Tampa, it's literally called El Chapo's. El Chapo's Tacos. Awesome, man.
I bet it's
You get some
fantastic.
birria tacos there. Oof.
Oh man, I bet
Oh,
it's
melt
fantastic, man.
in the sauce. Oh my God, it'll melt in
I
your
bet it's
mouth.
fantastic, man. I bet those places are
Amazing.
the absolute best, man. Those
Mhm.
like if you want like seriously, if you want anything authentic, you have to go into a fucking hole in the wall. You can't go to like a
Mhm.
chain or anything like that. You got to go to a hole in the wall, and the food is going to be fantastic.
No,
And it's probably
'cause they
family
have like
owned.
it probably is because they have like the big chain called the big chain down here is called Rocco's Tacos,
Oh
and
god,
it's like huge, and it's
yeah.
basically like a glamorous kind of like Friday TGI Fridays, but
Uh,
it's all like
but
taco.
but
It's
it's
just like
Mexican.
Mexican,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
but
not real Mexican, man.
it's like white Mexican, you
Yeah,
know.
it's not real
It's like
Mexican, man.
you could probably get like avocado in in your tacos or something like that.
Yeah, it's like you got to go if you want like ethnic food, no matter what it is you want to eat, man. You got to go to a hole in the wall. If you don't go to a hole in the wall, it's not going to taste right. It's not going to taste the same. It's like if you're gonna if you're in Florida and you're gonna get Cuban, it's got to be a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like if
It's
you
like
want,
if you're up in New England and you want to get some really good seafood, dude, there's like a million restaurant like tiny little restaurants along the coast.
yeah,
You'll probably get the
that
best
dude,
lobster you'll ever have in your life.
because they get it right from fucking Maine and it gets there
They
same
got it
day.
today. Yeah, they
Yeah,
got it today.
yeah, it's like same day. Like you never even have to fucking worry about it. You know, that's freaking awesome. That's absolutely
Mhm.
awesome. Shit, man, we're fucking almost out of time here.
I
Didn't
was in
even count.
Connecticut one time at this place
Hmm.
called the Lobster Pot. I
Uh-huh.
actually tried to
I
eat I tried to eat a 7 pound lobster.
oh shit.
Not even close.
Didn't even come close to finishing it, man.
Not even close. And
Wow.
I got it as a surf and turf too to make it worse. I don't
Oh
know what I
wow.
was
Oh
thinking.
yeah. How big was the
Well, I
steak?
know it wasn't even that big. It was probably like 10 or 12 ounces or something like that.
Yeah, but
But
that's still with a lot of lobster. That's still a lot, man.
I was so buttered out by the end of it. It's like I don't want to eat butter for the next like it was sick.
Oh man. Oh, well, fam, we are, man, shit. Guys, 2 minutes left. With countdown's coming, man. Just bro, stick around for like 2 minutes, man. I just gotta kind of bring you up to speed on something. It will not.
Okay.
It won't take too long, man.
Offline?
Well, America, that won't take long, I promise. Uh,
Okay.
I know you. I know you like your beauty sleep, man. I gotta go freaking. I gotta go hang out with the Bourbon and Beer crew, which is where we're gonna be headed to. It's the 2 year anniversary over on Rumble, and whatnot. Yankee Free and the crew have been going at it for a while and stuff like that. They're probably already 3 sheets to the win. I'm sure. Like when I get over there, I'm gonna have to have some more tequila to fucking catch up. Uh, but we have Frankie Rodriguez will be with us on Monday. Next Wednesdays, myself and Blondie will be back next Wednesday. For actually no, I'm sorry. Next Wednesday is Warrior Wednesday. I apologize. Then next Friday is our Halloween special, which I still don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. Scott and I got to talk about that because we got to see
Yeah.
if we can get some people
I gotta
to
talk
come
to
on
you
and
about
hang with
that
us.
too.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out. Whatever's gonna go on. So, what do you got, brother? You got anything for anybody before we head out?
Not really. Everybody have a safe weekend. Most of the um be careful driving out there. It's not safe on the highways.
Yeah, these fucking nutty fucking illegal immigrants with licenses and shit like that. They're running
Hmm.
people through and everything like that, just like thinking like they're back in their own countries, driving like fucking maniacs and whatnot. It's insane to see. Um, Rogue Nina says, Scott, we have all you can eat whole Maine lobster buffets near here. It's not the same unless you get it in the Northeast. I'm telling you, Nina.
Wait, Nina, but isn't she in Cali?
Yeah,
They're not getting fresh Maine lobster out there in
yeah,
Cali.
it's
I
it's
am
not the same.
sorry. I am
It is a
so
little.
sorry, Nina.
Yeah, it is a literal different
So
taste when you
sorry.
taste the same day out of the ocean. It is completely and totally different. It
Reno.
is yeah, it tastes great, don't get me wrong. It's like it still tastes good, but like same day eating lobster same day out of fucking, Maine lobster, insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
If I
It's
had
it's
some
the
Maine lobster in Reno, Nina, I probably would be calling 911.
It'll be like freaking gas station sushi. Now Reno's got some good places though. Reno's a fun spot too. Anyway, fam, we are freaking headed out of here. I'm gonna be sending you guys over to Live in Yankee Free, to the Bourbon and Beer Show 2 year anniversary. Make sure you say what's up. Don't have to stick around. Just say hello and everything like that and whatnot. It's all good. So we just want to make sure that we're building our communities together and whatnot because they send people our way all the time. And a lot of their people cross over to come hang with us. But I am the Big Red One Guy signing out. Remember that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America. I will see you all tomorrow on the Salty Dog Show. And Scott, just hang around for 2 seconds, brother.
Yep.
And broadcast.